Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 348 of D&E Takeover. I'm your host, David, alongside my co-host, Eric Hines, and we got a lot of sports to talk about. But first, before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's show, can we talk about how atrocious this freaking Cavaliers and Miami Heat Game 4, go win or go home type of game. And the Miami Heat only got 12 points in the first quarter.
They want to go home.
The score is 40 to 12.
My gosh.
34 seconds left in the
first.
40 to 12 with 34 seconds left in the first. Cleveland Cavaliers are up. This has to be the biggest margin ever in playoff history in one quarter.
Bro.
I don't think the Thunder did on the Grizzlies in game
40 to 12. 40 to 12. They're about to be down by 29 points in the first quarter. The game is over. The game is finished. They've lost the game already.
There's no way.
DeAndre Hunter has 9 points, ladies and gentlemen.
He's almost got more points than the Miami Heat.
Exactly. Wait, hold on. If DeAndre got 9, how much Donovan Mitchell has 13 points.
Donovan Mitchell's not playing in the second half.
Yeah, there's no need. Roll out the whole bench.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Oh my God. I feel bad for those people.
Okay. We're okay.
But imagine paying thousands of dollars to see the Miami Heat get dogged by 30 points in the first quarter. It's crazy.
If I'm a fan in the crowd, go grab your beers and everything now so you can just forget the night at this point.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well. For every shot that Miami Heat misses, you take a shot. You be here all friggin' night.
That's alcohol poisoning.
100%. It was like that meme you sent me where it's like Shador getting drafted. They're all taking a shot and see how far he goes, gets drafted. Yeah, it was funny. But overall, dude, really I do want to get what?
That's a foul. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell is literally only 1 point behind the Miami Heat right now.
Oh, he's about to go to the line, right? So it makes him more.
No. Someone it was an off-ball foul.
Gotcha. But anyway, dude, we got a lot of sports to talk about. I feel like we've been gone for like a little bit. But I feel like it's just normal time. But I feel like it's so much sports has been happening in the last weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, in the NBA alone, in the playoffs, we already got a team that's already clinched into the next round. They did a nice little get the broom and swept another team. We got one team going on right now with the Cleveland Cavs. They might be sweeping. They're definitely going to sweep the Miami Heat. They might sweep and mop by the time the fourth quarter is done. They're going to do everything, clean it up.
Take the live bet, Miami Heat to win this game, bro. Take the live bet.
That's like +1 million. I actually want to see the odds on that because that's going to be freaking hilarious.
$1, bro.
What do you think? What do you think the odds are? +1,000?
It's gotta be. It has to be.
I think it's like +10,000, dude. It has to be so high.
It has to be super high.
Let's see.
Dude,
all right.
They're down 29.
Dude, FanDuel's like, nah, we're not doing this, dude. Look at FanDuel.
Oh, half-court shot.
Eric, look at FanDuel.
They're not down 29 anymore.
It's locked. You can't even make the bet. FanDuel said no.
Davion Mitchell just made a half-court shot. So they put up a total of 17 points.
Wow.
In one quarter.
Jesus Christ, dude. This is really sad. But, dude, we got a lot of sports to talk about, dude. We got a lot of sports to talk about. All the way from the NBA, like we said, some teams that got advancing to the next round, some teams that had some really good games, specifically Sunday. Yesterday was a lot of great games on the slate. And we'll get into those matchups. Also, who's taking the advantage going into the game 4 and 5 that they have going on. And not only that, we have some NFL talk to talk about. Going over the draft. The NFL draft happened. And me and Eric were talking about it after the show. We forgot to even mention the draft. That's how much the NBA has been involving right now. We forgot to mention the draft. And we will go over who had the best draft in the NFL. I have my answer. I don't think it's shocking at all. I think Jay can agree with me on this one. I think it's a very, very good answer in our standpoint. But overall, we're going to get into, I have something to say about the Milwaukee Bucks, and I told Eric about it. I'm like, I have to say it on the show. I'm not telling you, Eric. I'm only telling the people.
I'm excited.
On the show because I got something to say to the Milwaukee Bucks. I got something to say to all the Pistons fans that are hating on the foul call. With
I'm excited to hear about this. I'm excited
to say about that one. But regardless, Eric, with so much sports talk going on, even NHL hockey's taking a real turn. I say get into the topics and you pick whatever one you want to get into first. Get into these comments. You pick whatever one we want to go in first because we got to conquer it all anyway. Or whatever the chat says, honestly.
I'm excited, and honestly, we'll just go like we always do. We'll just go with the flow of everything. But before we even do that, you know how I am, David. How was your day, bro? How are you doing right now?
My day was good. No complaints. I'm done with projects. It's freaking exciting, dude.
Yes, sir. That's a
I'm gonna
clap.
be
That's a
honest with you.
clap.
I feel like my mood in the last couple episodes. I'm gonna be honest with you guys because that's how we are. I was not really tuned into sports in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And you can tell by the way I was speaking about it. But being able to watch some games on the weekend, I feel dialed in. I feel better than ever. After no more projects, the brain fog, the brain fog is freaking gone. I freaking spazzed out. It's not there. Maybe it's not gone yet. Eric, it's not gone yet. Dude, it's the after effects. But the brain fog is gone, and now I get to freaking talk about sports, and I'm so excited to do that. But how are you doing, dude?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Another day, man. You got your fresh. You finally got relieved of so much stress, if you will. It's not over yet. You know what I mean? Still a lot to get done. But you finally got relieved your stress. I'm trying to follow in your footsteps, man. Wait. I'm sorry, guys. My TV's on in the background. I hope you weren't able to hear that.
I didn't hear anything. So you're good.
But what's it called?
I do want to say something.
I'm trying to follow in your footsteps in that, bro. Trying to get my stuff together as well.
You'll be happy with the one thing I'm about to say right now. But remember we were talking about graduation? I said I don't really want to go to it. No, I really don't want to go to it still. I still don't care about it.
I don't care what you want.
No, but listen. I'm still going. But I will say, I'm a little bit more excited than I was.
Yes, come on.
You got it right, dude. You got it right. I am a little bit more excited. It's more hitting me. It's hitting me now. It's hitting me now after all the projects are done.
You know what it is? I agree with you in the sense, like, you're so right. Sometimes the ceremony's like, bro, shut up and just give me what I need. But brother, when you deserve it, man. You have to enjoy these moments because there's not gonna be another time that you spend 4 years getting your bachelor's. 3
years.
Whatever. 3, 4 years, whatever. Once you get your bachelor's, you have your bachelor's. If you want to go get it a different thing, that's completely different. But there's nothing like your first time. Pause. But either way, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for that because I think as it gets closer. And then you walk into the place because you were doing it the same place I got done, right?
Yeah, Nassau Coliseum did.
So it's like, and trust me, as a sports head as well, playing sports all your life, you walk through there, you're like, yo, this is
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not like the best thing in the world. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to gas it.
I would rather watch a sports game than go to my graduation. But overall,
oh my God,
I will say, you know what I'm excited about?
What?
I'm low-key going to get like freaking chicken tenders, and I'm going to walk in and be like, David Rodriguez, I freaking got chicken tenders and freaking ketchup. And they hand me my diploma. But regardless, Eric, I wanted to say you are correct with that, so I want to give you your props for that one.
I appreciate that, man. I hope it stays that way. I really do hope it stays that way. I will say this much. When you do get there, like I said, whenever your department's not getting called, like you probably have. What's the biggest department in your school? What would you say is the biggest?
Nursing, maybe.
When nursing goes, go get your food.
Yeah.
Don't wait beforehand, after. No, like don't play around with any of it. When nursing goes, because for me, when I was there, literally we had 2 rows of like big rows of like kids, and one side, I can't even say kids, adults. That's even scary. It's crazier. One side was literally nursing.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
No way. So
we're GG's.
Yeah.
For 5 hours loading.
Happy for you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But overall, let's get into these comments, guys. You guys are freaking balling out as always. We want to give some love. Shout out to Jay. Keep the round of applause going for Jay. Jay's in the building. What's going on, Jay? Appreciate you popping out. He said that prank call on Shedeur Sanders is something Eric would pull off, would pull for a day off and forcing a kid to apologize. Come on, Shedeur. They made your mediocre stream fun. Damn. Jay's going in right now. Already on Shedeur Sanders.
Go ahead.
Shedeur Sanders freaking madness.
I was gonna ask. He made him apologize.
Well, the Falcons. It was actually, you know who it was who did the prank?
Wasn't it his like son or something? Like the Falcons GM's
the
son.
Falcons defensive coordinator's son did the prank. So the Falcons organization, on behalf of the son apologized on behalf of the Falcons organization.
You know what's crazy? David. Just imagine if that was one of us. Just imagine if that was one of us with our families in that situation.
Friend.
Yo. I genuinely believe I would never see a light of day ever again. There's no way. That is the most craziest privileged thing I've ever seen in my life. Yo, are you
so funny.
crazy?
It's so funny.
Leaking numbers like a joke?
You know, he wasn't the only one in this draft either. I remember this guy, Kyle
Wait, I
McCord.
lost you.
You lost me? Why'd you lose me?
Yes, no, because someone called me. Sorry.
Oh,
Never fails. I can hear you now.
Kyle, it happened to another guy, a quarterback in this draft, Kyle McCord. He also got a prank call, he said. But it wasn't that significant because I don't even think he got drafted. But overall,
that's even worse.
It really does suck. But dude, it's kind of sucked. It happened to Cooper DeJean last year in the draft. I don't know, dude. The way it's going, I think Shedeur falling that many rounds is crazy. Like, I understand. Like, I'm gonna get right into it because I gotta discuss it in the sense.
I'm listening.
Shedeur, I told Eric this. You guys heard this on the podcast. I didn't really think he was that good of a quarterback. He was nowhere near a top 5 pick, in my opinion. He was probably last mid-round. I thought teams are going to get desperate. Usually how they do when they get quarterbacks. They overtake value, and they draft guys where they're not supposed to be drafted. I don't really think Shedeur Sanders was really that good. I thought it was Cam Ward, and then there was a drop-off to the second guy. And I think the second guy was Jackson Dart. And if anyone heard on this podcast, Eric can agree. I said that. I think Shedeur was below Jackson Dart, which is why I'm happy that my G-men got him at the 25th pick in the draft. But I would have thought definitely Shedeur was going to go late first or early second, at least, because how desperate teams are and how he is still a good quarterback too. He's still a decent quarterback. But dude, he must have freaking wore no clothes to the interviews. He probably freaking had so many racial slurs at these people. Like, had to be to drop that many rounds to a team that already had drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round. Jesus Christ, dude. That's crazy.
I don't know. I personally believe that he was the second best option in the draft, but I can definitely back David up on him saying that he definitely thought that it was Cam, big drop off, then Dart, and then Shedeur and everyone else that funneled through. To be so honest with you, I think it's absurd. Like I don't know. I agree with you. That man.
Comical.
It was funny to watch because like you knew he was gonna get drafted, but to watch him like go 3 days, the first day he had a customized setup draft room and it just never got to use, like never got put to use, and like that dude, like that must have sucked. That must have freaking sucked. And then like for another day, like he was streaming. I didn't watch any of the stream obviously, but like them just sitting around waiting for it to happen, and then it's just days on days. I just don't understand how, like, he's not that bad. Like, I agree with you. He must have got into that room because you know how it is when it comes to sports. It's a lot of politics to play, right? If you mess up one place, best believe it's gonna be hurt other places, right? Mm-hmm. These GMs, these coaches, even though they compete against each other, they are somewhat like they're coworkers in some sense. Right?
They talk amongst each other. How do you think about this guy? What's your thoughts?
Exactly, right? And obviously, no one's ever going to realistically lie. You know, they might sway it a little bit so they can get what they want, but no one's ever going to lie about something. Yo, the interviews that he must have had must have been so bad. Had to be so bad. Bro, like, how? And then, mind you, he got drafted by a team that, in all reality, that quarterback room is full.
Like, there's 5 quarterbacks on the roster.
Like, when do you ever see that? Ever 5 quarterbacks, and don't get me wrong, every one of them is still competing for the starting spot. Because realistically, Deshaun didn't have a great season last year. Kenny Pickett is Kenny Pickett. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they have. So Shedeur can hopefully find himself in there, but they're gonna be rotating quarterbacks like they rotate freaking. I don't even know.
Massage therapists.
Yeah. Yo, man, it's absurd. It's absurd.
No, but the crazy thing is the rumors coming out of the draft is that some GMs are talking about when they had the interview with Shedeur, they said that it was probably one of the worst formal interviews they've had. And
what did
by them saying that, it really gives speculation on what he said. Because I think everything happens for a reason, right? You're not dropping into the 5th round because everyone just doesn't like you. There has to be a reason to it. And I think there's a lot of reasons to Shedeur. I think A, he's cocky. Some people can be like, hey, it's confidence, whatever. I also think B, his father, Deion Sanders, is too involved in his career. He already said to the Browns that he wants to be there for the first meeting because he wants to discuss the organization with them. Deion, it's not your time, brother. This is like probably worse than LeBron and Bronny situation. At least LeBron's playing. Deion's not playing.
I don't think it's just worse. I don't think it's worse just yet. Could it get there? Possibly. I always be an advocate. Like, yeah, like you want to have your sons back, especially when you have the power to do so. Sure, I guess so.
We're not involved in meetings, Eric.
Yeah, but like this is. Oh man, I don't even know what to call this because like if you ask them, they'll be like, "Oh, it's just bias against my son." Yada yada. And I don't really know where the bias comes from, but at the same time, I don't understand how so many teams could pass up on him. Like, I just don't see how that makes sense. Y'all need a quarterback. If not, y'all can use a backup quarterback at least. And this kid isn't bad. He was one of the top – dude, after the first day, he was the top prospect in every single round when he went on ESPN. Every single round, he was the number one prospect. And he just kept dropping. Just kept dropping. That man must have cursed them out. He must have said the best player in the world, and I don't care about anyone else on the team.
I think this is a real big lesson, I think, for everyone. I think it goes to show that attitude is probably viewed more than freaking talent sometimes. So it's how you act, how your persona is, how you carry yourself in a room. Because Shador also said in his interviews that I'm not doing the combine because everyone already seen what I saw. Fine, that's fine. But he also said that I'm not changing for no organization. And that's already a red flag for teams that are like, hey, if you want to be coachable, you're a rookie. You're not freaking, your dad's not the coach here. But Eric, I want to talk about Shador a little bit later when we talk about the NFL draft. I do want to move on though into these comments because people freaking blowing it up. Appreciate y'all. But Bear is in the bill. What's going on, Bear? Appreciate you popping up. He said, "Hey boys, I got good news and I got bad news." All right. So the good news is I didn't get robbed today.
Let's go.
Get a round of applause for that. Yes, sir. Round of applause for Bear not getting robbed. Let's go. Keeping the streets clean.
Oh, by the way, Bear, I asked a couple of native Queens College goers or alumni that I know of, and every single one of them had said, "I'm not shocked," which is absurd.
There we go, Queen College paying thousands of dollars in tuition for feel unsafe.
Yo,
I love it.
They literally said, "Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right." I'm like,
so
"What?
That's
on
so
campus?" Yo.
Yeah, that's crazy. But he said the bad news is that my college is saying that my A and P classes don't count. I heard this. While other students who took the same classes got those credits transferred, in parentheses, crashing out. Bear, that's discrimination right there. That's freaking Rosa Parks going back of the bus type of action right there.
All right. This guy's wilding. Oh my god. So,
that's messed up though, low key.
So you get robbed by people that go to school and the school itself?
Yeah, insane. You get the dog while it's down, for real.
You know what? Matter of fact, don't even tell the school about the robbery, because at that point they're just gonna be like, they're gonna line you up again. They're gonna line you up and go get up for another 100.
If they're not that lenient, just freaking rob the school at that point. Who cares?
Oh my gosh, man, that's insane.
Damn, that's crazy. That's so ridiculous, dude. I hate when people do that. Freaking all who you know. It's so stupid, this world. But anyway, Jay said, also, why does Travis Hunter look like a Make-A-Wish kid having his draft wish come true? My guy looks like an autistic Ninja Turtle. Yeah.
Yo, man. Hey, man. He got that bag, though. The number 2 overall pick, man.
Damn.
Travis
His
Hunter.
his freaking girlfriend got the bag.
Hey, man, that ring finger gonna look nice with that dollar sign on it. You know what I mean?
What does she have? Another boyfriend? I don't understand what's going on.
Hey, man, he's chilling, man. They're happily together. And they're about to make millions. So I guess it works out. And guess what? Watch this. Guarantee when they get. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping stuff.
The hell?
Guarantee when they get married. He's not signing no prenup either. Guarantee it.
She probably won't let him. She probably has a gun to his head while he's signing.
Won't let him, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Travis don't understand the motion he got right now. Doesn't understand.
Crazy. Deserves the talent. Number 2 pick. Deserved, but other aspects of his life, he got to freaking change. But Jay said, round of applause. A robbery-free day is always good. Yes, sir. Robbery-free day. That's what we got to say. Listen, Bear said it's only Monday. He
just got by.
Gotta start carrying a strap with me out here. No, Bear, you're not carrying that, buddy.
Nah, keep the Glock on you, bro. Keep it on you. I got it on me. You know what I'm saying?
And Bear said, go to grad, Dave. David, if I'm going to mine, you got to go to yours. Fair enough. All right, I guess I'm going.
Bear, you going to grad? Yeah, y'all got it.
Yeah.
I respect y'all so much.
I guess
a brother like me, no, no shot.
What do you mean? You graduated?
Oh, I thought he meant like grad school.
No, go to graduation.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, you graduated. Friggin' you fake your
yeah.
Degree. Got him. Listen, if people can get arrested in other countries, I'm pretty sure you can get a fake degree.
We not even doing that, big man. We not even doing that, because that would actually get If he could make it, I could make it. That's all we need.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Anything's possible.
I can make it. That's all.
Freaking motivation in this building today, dude. And Mr. Motivations isn't even here, dude. Oh if he comes on, it'd be freaking.
It'd be the best times.
Be like iconic, ironic. Jay said, "Got to get D&E exclusive of David walking across stage in the Ray Lewis dance." I'll probably do the Cristiano Ronaldo freaking Suey. 100%.
David, you need to hit that, bro. You need to hit the Suey.
I honestly, I would like to, but knowing
just
me,
make sure one of your family members record, bro. I need to see that, bro. I need to see you walk across.
Jay said, This is where the Islanders were great and won Stanley Cups. This is New York's home for Monster Jam." Facts. I went there for freaking Monster Jam. I love Monster Jam.
David
What?
David is a grown man and a kid, like a kid in a grown man's body, bro.
Dude, you don't know how excited I get for freaking Monster Jam. It's really cool.
David loves monster trucks.
I do. I really do. It's fun. The freaking jump over stuff. Sick.
Darius Garland isn't even playing.
He shouldn't be. I don't think they should be starting anybody in the second half.
Like, he's not even suited up.
Yeah, he hurt his toe 2 games ago. He didn't play last game either.
And they're getting bodied.
Yeah, I mean the Miami Heat. Friggin'.
It is, David. It is 60-23.
I know. They're 2K generated players playing right now. 100%.
Tyler Hero's chucking threes.
It's like the Cavs are playing on easy mode, and the freaking Miami Heat are playing on freaking on mastery.
They can't be this bad.
But
they just lost their heads. They're done.
Bear said, "Give it up for David, baby." Ooh, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Listen, it happens. Everyone gets a degree. It's nothing really special, in my personal opinion. But I do appreciate the love.
It's special.
Matt Padone's in the bill. What's going on, Padone? Said, "Chad, D&E is here. Let's go. We're here."
What's good?
We got a lot of freaking sports to talk about. And already 23 minutes into the episode. Damn. We got
what the heck?
We're gonna be here for freaking 3 hours. But Jay said 5th rounder and undrafted son. You know, Dion took them out. Took them out of the will after that. He don't claim no 5th rounders or undrafted kids. Facts. 100%. I don't even think he was on the stream. He was on the stream in the 1st round, 2nd round. After that, Deion Sanders was nowhere near.
Yeah, I see Deion no more. He said, "My sons, what the heck?"
Jay said spent more money on the room than his rookie contract.
Oh, that was all Deion's money. That had to be all Deion's money.
Speaking of rookie contracts, you see Ashton Genty, the 2nd highest paid running back in the NFL. Yeah, he's because the value goes based off positioning and money. So, and he got picked the 6th overall pick. He got the 2nd most money behind Saquon Barkley by being drafted 6th in the 1st round.
But he hasn't. But he hasn't.
He hasn't done anything yet in the league. I understand.
He hasn't played 1 minute in the NFL. How is he? How is that even physically possible? Dude. How is it? The Miami Heat are down 40. Guys, 10 o'clock can't come sooner right now. This is so sad. They're in Miami. I'm sorry. I have to talk. I have to stop. I have to stop talking about this.
I don't think you got to talk about it anymore. I think the numbers speak for itself.
Dude, they're down 40.
I think they're down bigger deficits than they do have people in the building after that freaking performance.
I'd leave. Everything. I'd be like, I'm out of here, bro. This is ridiculous.
Damn, but Ashton Genty, yeah, he's the 2nd highest paid running back in the NFL because he got the 6th overall pick. Damn, talk about freaking the luck of the draw. You talking about the NFL not paying anybody any Freaking no running backs extra contract extensions are big money because they're not really that big of a deal for our offense. And all of a sudden, the freaking 6th overall pick in the draft gets the second most money. That's when you know it's freaking bound.
That's stupid in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Jay said the GMs heard his his bad music and passed bags. Matt said
he said shake body, bro. That's the song that the Barca be playing.
No, that's her freaking Ansu Fati freaking try twerking to. Oh my gosh!
Why did Ansu do that, man?
I don't know,
like,
dude.
what the heck?
Now he's on board for the allegations. I'm just saying he's on trial.
Good luck, Pado. Good luck on your championship game, bro.
Yeah, good luck. Hopefully he score a goal for us. But
Bring
Bear
home the
said,
cup.
100%. Bear said, Queens ain't the faint of heart, my boy. LOL. Ain't for the faint of the heart, my boy. Yeah, for sure. Said he's already dead. Who? Who are we talking about? We're so outdated with these comments. We don't know who the hell we're talking about anymore.
Yeah, we was moving.
It's
I
kinda
forgot
bad.
what he said.
Yo!
Whoa, mystery sauce!
Mystery sauce is in the building. What's going on, brother? He said, "Miss you guys. Hope all is well, bro. We're having a fantastic time. How you doing, dude? It's been a long time. We're having a fantastic time."
What
but
the heck? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Also, another guy we haven't seen, CCP's in the building.
CCP?
The slew of fellas hit the like button. You know, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for popping. We got 7 people in the building right now. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Share the show to everyone, let you know. We are popping in today's episode. We got a lot of sports to talk about, so glad to have everyone.
Absurd.
I know, it's freaking awesome. Bear said, got Suffix grad in a couple weeks. While I already got my degree in my room for months. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You graduate in the fall, and you got to do the spring.
They only have one?
Yeah, same thing with my school. They only have so we have fall, winter, and spring all graduating in the same time. Yeah, it's freaking. I looked at the list.
You're gonna be there. Oh, I'm so sorry. Actually,
it starts at 7 p.m. It starts at 7 p.m.
You're not getting out till like 11.
No, I'm leaving. I'm getting my degree and I'm walking out.
No, you're not getting out,
no,
bro.
I'm walking out.
David, you're gonna be the last one to call.
I'm gonna go to the microphone. Like, hey, bro, buddy, give me my freaking number. Call my name so I can get out of here.
They're gonna call you to your department last. Yo, oh my gosh, you're gonna be screaming the entire time.
I would have been freaking shocked, dude.
Do you understand how big those classes are?
I know.
The one class alone, one semester alone. Yo, that's
I was looking at it. I was looking through the list. I'm like, this got to be over 1,000 people in this freaking number. Oh,
that's absurd, bro. You're going to be there all night, and mind you, valedictorian speech. The president's got to speak. Then they usually have a guest a guest speaker there as well. Like, yeah, you're cooked.
Yeah, we're low key cooked. But where are we up to? CCP said, I live in the home of the Carolina Crusher in the Hall of Fame of monster trucks.
Look, David's smiling so much. Look, this guy, bro. David. Oh, someone just airballed in Miami Heat. Yes.
Yeah, are you really shocked? They got freaking bums playing out right now.
Dude, there's a wide open 3, bro.
Jay said, oh, said, if I had known that, I would have got you some from Davis Anderson, owner of Gravedigger. Dennis Anderson, owner of Gravedigger. He was a neighbor of mine. What? He said when I lived in the Outer Banks. Dennis Anderson, dude, his freaking daughter is freaking Gravedigger. Oh my gosh, freaking crazy, dude.
Clueless. See, but
when I talk about WWE, when you talk about WWE,
I was just about to say that. Why do I get paid for when I talk about WWE or like Marvel? This guy loves monster trucks. Yo,
I got
bro.
a DVD I used to watch every single freaking hour long of the championships. I don't know.
What do they compete with? What do they compete about? Like,
you never been?
No, dude, we have had this.
We're going.
I've never been. Why would I ever go watch monster trucks?
We're going. We're going. End of story. You got to figure it out. You better go. They do competitions. They race each other. They do freestyle. They do tricks. I'm glad you find this amusing.
I can't. Because like this is so amazing, dude. I've never in a million years I think I'd be thinking about monster trucks. Like that's, oh man, bro. I love it, man. Everyone's got their niche. Man.
That's like one of the things that people don't expect me to like, but then they realize that I went in freaking January this year.
I remember. Yeah, he was like, I'm going to watch Monster Truck.
I was excited, dude. I was excited.
That's dope. That's dope, though.
And then usually there's like families with their kids, and it's just me, my sisters.
Yeah.
My sisters didn't want to be there. They just did it for me.
Oh, man.
CCP said Ashton Genty will not win Rookie of the Year. Since we're getting into the NFL draft, since we discussed it, I think this is the first topic we got to get into. Eric, way too early Rookie of the Year award being announced, but CCP is saying that Ashton Genty is not going to win it. He went to the Raiders, a team that doesn't really have a running back. He's going to get usage. Yeah. So what's the question mark there? Who's Rookie of the Year? Guys, comment down below.
I'm assuming he has to be saying it's going to be Cam Ward. That's the only because offensive Rookie of the Year. It's not Rookie of the Year. So,
it's Rookie of the Year. It's total. It's combined. Yeah. There's no offensive. Sorry. There's no defensive. This is Rookie of the Year. Wait, is it?
Am I tweaking? Has that or I might be bugging? Because I've never heard of an NFL Rookie of the Year just by itself.
Hold up. Now you got me confused. It's been a while. NFL Rookie.
Don't do this because now I'm gonna look like I will look crazy.
Oh, offensive, you're right. I'm sorry. Offensive and defensive. My bad. That's my bad, chat. I'm not
me, bro.
I'm not in the right mind.
What's it called? I'm thinking.
Yeah, CCP. There you go.
It would have to be Cam Ward. It would have to be Cam Ward. That's what I'm saying. There's no other person that I could. Maybe CCP. You tell me, because like maybe I listen. I'm in
right here.
I don't mind.
Here he is. He got his. McMillan, wide receiver at Arizona.
I will be
Carolina Panthers. That's such a biased pick.
Listen, I'll be so utterly honest with you guys, right? I've always said this on the podcast. I will stand by this. I watch college sports sometimes for fun, but I don't really dive deep into college players. I'm very much more into the fact of what they do in the league. I see the hype. Like I've seen what Ashton Genty's done, and like I keep up with it, but not to the point of whereas I don't feel comfortable commenting on it so much to the point where I can predict where it's going to be. So that's why I'm like, I feel like Ashton Genty is just the easy pick as of right now. And if not, it'd be Cam Ward. But tell me about it, man. Let me hear what you guys have to say about it, bro.
I think it's weird because Travis Hunter can easily win both.
That's also true. Yep. Yo, this kid can really make history.
Travis Hunter can win both. Overall, I am scared about the two-way playing in the NFL because it's totally different in college. But if he does it, successful at it, great for him. I do think Defensive Player of the Year is Abdul Carter of the New York Giants. I think he's the best prospect on the board and the best defensive player on the board, hands down. So I think he definitely wins it, especially with that front line of the Giants. He's going to get a lot of sacks this year because they're going to take all the Dexter Lawrence is going to get double teamed. Thibodeau is going to get double teamed. Freaking Brian Burns is going to get double teamed. And guess who's on the other side alone? Carter, one-on-one matchups. It's going to be sacks all day for him. But regardless, overall, I think he's a Defensive Player of the Year. I think their Offensive Player of the Year is Ashton Genty. I think when you got to look at two things. Opportunity, playing right away, and who's going to be really competing with. I don't really, what he's competing with? Zaire White? I'm pretty sure it's top of my head of the running back of the Raiders. Ashton Genty's going to be the number one running back. I think he's going to get a lot of touches, and he's going to win. They're going to win because they have Geno Smith as their quarterback, and they got a decent defensive team. So I think Ashton Genty will rush for 1,000 yards, have a great rookie season, and overall, Cam Ward will be doing good. But it's a Tennessee Titans freaking franchise. It's hard to say, but I got Ashton Genty. I think Travis Hunter is also up for that debate, but I got Abdul Carter for the Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year.
I just want to say this really quick. In Miami Heat's history, this is the third biggest differential at halftime. They are down 39 points. It is 72-39. But I digress. I will come right back to this situation right here. I agree with you, David. It's the matter of fact. It's not to say that Cam can't win it. It's not to say that the McMillan can't win it. Or I saw the Scatterbo, the running back.
Yeah, Giants running back. He's not gonna win it. But
it's not to say that anyone else can't win it. Even Travis. It's just a matter of fact of the opportunity or the position that you're put in the beginning of your career. Ashton Genty is, out of all of them, going to be probably thrown the quickest into the starting rotation in his team. Cam Ward, I'm not saying he's not going to win his he'll probably be starting what 2 games, 3 games into the season. Well, that's what we would hope for at least. I don't know if they come out right away starting with him. I'm not sure if they might still move a Mailman for a little bit and then let it rock because Mailman's still young in some sense. But overall, like Cam eventually will be there as well. But you gotta look at the teams, and Ashton Gentry's just set up to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. It just benefits him even more. So I would go Offensive Rookie of the Year, and as far as Defensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think it's close. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Abdul Carter.
I think so. But I do want to get into these comments because we can touch base on who won the draft overall. Bear said, "God forbid I get on the mic on stage and I would have some crazy sports take. Would make Kanye look like nothing."
Bear's the craziest takes of all time. Just about life in general.
Yeah. Jay said, "Guest speaker at the graduation, Jay Wow from the Jersey Shore." Oh, please no.
That'd be insane. Imagine if you saw Kanye or like Travis Scott walk up at your graduation. I'd be tight.
I'm like, why are we making this longer than it has to be? Please.
You see Travis Scott come and he performs feed at your graduation?
No, freaking. If it was Kanye, he'd probably show up in a freaking like the
uniform. Yeah.
Podcast.
Oh my gosh,
it's crazy. CCP said J. Gary Porter had one of the digger trucks here. Where? At his shop here. Oh, facts. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. I said one of the dopest monster trucks. Jay meant to say. He said, when McMillan's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, says offense and defense. Appreciate the clarification. Jay said Cam Scabadoo. He's not going to win. Sorry, I love Cam Scabadoo. I think it's a great pick for the value they got in the fourth round, but he ain't going to win it. So, but I love it.
Amen. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But Defensive Player of the Year is Carter, 100%. I agree with that one. Said Ward will be running for his life. I do agree with that. Listen, always go back.
That's like, oh my gosh, man. I'm sorry.
It just goes back to you go to a bad team, you're most likely not going to be in the right position right away. It's that simple. But
as Ward said, he's generational. So let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Listen, said Panthers and Patriots. Said
to win the draft. Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it since we're going to freaking dive into the meat and potatoes of everything. Listen, I think the Panthers did really, really good. I think they did decent. They fixed every part of their draft that they needed. I think the Patriots are another team that went under the radar. They drafted Will Campbell, offensive tackle. I think is a big help for Drake May in that pocket. But I think we got to really look at it, guys. I think a lot of people, I'm hearing like mixed reviews on this Giants team. They're like, wow, they won the draft.
I was waiting for it.
Some of them were saying they won the draft, and some people were saying like they did good, but they didn't win the draft. Let me tell you my take. Unbiasedly, the New York Giants won the freaking draft. A+. Listen, I never seen a GM under so much fire make a great decision in the NFL draft. Like Brian Daboll and Joe Shane are trying to be like, hey, we're trying to keep our jobs for another couple of years, and they did everything right in this NFL draft. This was a big test for them because if they did terrible in the draft and they didn't draft anybody that any of the fans wanted or anything that the team needs, they were most likely they're already on the hot seat, but their seat was gonna be freaking burning up after this draft. But they did a fantastic draft. I mean, just look at the picks they got. You talk about Abdul Carter. They traded up. I know that people are saying they traded too much in the first round, but they still got the quarterback they wanted at a number of 25th pick in the first round. I think it's fantastic. They got Jackson Dart, who I think is the better second best quarterback in the NFL. Not NFL, in the draft. I think he's a great, fantastic player. He's got a big arm, and I think he can run. Listen, when I'm all about mobile quarterbacks, I think they're revolutionizing the game. I think you need a mobile quarterback, especially when you're in an offensive line or offensive scheme that doesn't really protect you. Jackson Dart can move. He can run. Shador can't. Really can't. But overall, you also look at the other Giants picks that they had. They in the third round, they drafted Darius Alexander, who's freaking should have went in the second round. That was a steal for them. Fourth round, they draft Cam Scadaboo, who I thought was the second best running back in this draft. No cap. I know people are saying, "Oh, he even said it himself throughout the college football season. He's like, I'm the best running back in the NFL. He was up for a Heisman." He said he claimed for himself, but he's a freaking powerhouse. He can run through everybody. I think him and Tyrone Tracy Jr. will be a great 1-2 combo, and I think it's gonna be really scary for them. And not to mention, I'm trying to look at the other later picks. They drafted an offensive guard, which at the later rounds, it was a good value for what they got. But I'm talking about the first 4 picks were really, really stunning for me. And they drafted everything pretty much that they needed, which is very key for this New York Giants team. And where we had years in the past where we weren't really that effective in the draft. But listen, New York Giants A+ on my board. And Jay, I know you're a Giants fan, so I really want to hear your opinion on this. But I was really, really happy with honestly both New York teams in this draft, but more specifically the New York Giants.
Dave, I want to ask you, so how are you gonna feel being the fact that they won this draft in your eyes, and after they go 0-3 in the first 3 weeks of the NFL, and then you see their GM and everyone else get fired? How are you gonna feel after all that happens?
I'd be like, it's a New York thing, I guess. It's a freaking New Jersey thing.
They're gonna fire everybody, and then it's gonna go to absolute dog water. And that's just what's gonna happen, guys, because everyone loves firing coaches, GMs. Just when it doesn't go right in the first couple of seconds.
But realistically, let's talk about this Giants team. I'm not trying to really dwell on them. I don't really think they're going to be something. I'm not saying they're going to make it far in the playoffs. I do think they have the best team in the last couple of years. I think that's fair to say. I think this draft can be developed into something that we will be looking at in a couple of years down the line and be like, wow, these are all the draft picks. They're playing fantastic right now. But you look at this Giants team, right? Let me just paint a picture for you. You got quarterback Russell Wilson. As much as we can clown him, he's still a decent quarterback. He's not friggin' fantastic, but he's not the worst. He's a decent quarterback, right? He showed that for the Steelers last year, made some mistakes, but also helped him out in some games. You get a veteran quarterback in that situation, Russell Wilson. Better upgraded quarterback from last year. That's already a positive. Running back, Tyrone Tracy Jr. His breakout season was last year, showed what he can do. Now you got Cam Scabadoo, 3rd down and 1, 4th and goal, 3rd and goal. That's a guy who can freaking powerhouse it through in the end zone. Already upgrades in that department. You look at the offensive line. Andrew Thomas, left guard, one of the best left tackle, one of the best tackles in the NFL. They add some other guys. I don't really know their freaking names on the top of my head, but they added some other guys. They have a decent offensive line. It's not really terrible, but they've been decent offensive. It's not the best, but they have a decent offensive line. Then you look at the wide receivers. Freaking Malik Neighbors, potentially last season, looked like one of the best wide receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
Rookies.
That's what's going to be the X factor for y'all.
He can go into top 10 this season with a quarterback that can actually throw the football and one that's going to be consistent for the whole year, not changing up. You got Wan'Dale Robinson, freaking great slot, great speed. And not to mention, you got freaking Darius Slay. I think they have a great lineup for this team. And then you go into the defensive end, and the defense is freaking phenomenal in my standpoint for this team. The defensive line, Abdul Carter, they drafted. They got Darius Alexander, another defensive tackle. Dexter Lawrence, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. Brian Burns, Thibodeau. That's a front 5 right there. That's freaking dominating the quarterback. He's going to put a lot of pressure on, hopefully, if it's anything like on paper. Hopefully they put a lot of pressure because that's a lot of talent right there. You got McFadden at the linebacker position. You got Bobby Oreke or something. I forgot. Oreke, I butcher his name all the time, but he's freaking a great middle linebacker. But they just got a lot, and they added to their secondary too. They have a lot of the guy from the Saints. I forgot his name. Paul Adubo, whatever his name is. It's really butchering everything up. They got Javon Holland in the free agency. They got a bunch of guys on both sides that can produce something. I think the Giants can be really good this year, but obviously knowing their history in the past, it all depends on how they actually play together. Because I think this Giants team is the best team we've had in the last couple of years. And we had Saquon Barkley on our team. I'm saying it's better than that.
Amen.
We have everything filled.
It's well-rounded, and only time will tell what they can do. I feel like you guys have the coach for it. You guys have the management for it. It's just a matter of actually getting it done on the field. And that's why I'm kind of like that's why I'm not jumping the gun too much just yet. Like, it does looks up pretty well to whereas you guys might be able to even not compete, but maybe even like fight a little bit for a playoff spot. But realistically, probably end up not working out in that sense. But overall, when it comes to who won the draft, I mean, you gotta look at it like from David's perspective. David has a pretty compelling case on the fact that just because you didn't well, they did get the best defensive player in the draft, so they still got you could argue the best player in the draft, and they rounded out a lot of their roster in with very quality, good players that can play that you would think could play in the NFL and can hack in the NFL. So it's going to be good to see what the Giants can offer this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be an experiment, but what hasn't been an experiment in the last freaking 5+ years in the Giants? I think it's as a Giants fan, I think this is the first positive side that I've seen in a while. Definitely. I think everyone Giants fans can agree with that.
Playoffs?
I don't know, dude. I think our team's good, but I think the NFC is really stacked. So I think we still not make it. But I think we put up a record of probably 8-9, 7-10, around that area.
That's not bad though for them.
Not bad. It's not
compared
bad
to last year.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh my goodness.
Bear said, if Prime Kanye got on stage and started performing "Devil in a New Dress" with Rick Ross would generally shed a tear. It's freaking be terrible.
Very stole it.
So I would achieve my final form of Rick Ross in the desert, holding an eagle. Desert. You know how I distinguish the two? What? The dessert, there's 2 S's because you want more of it. Because more S's because you want more dessert. Even though I messed that one up. Desert, whatever. Okay. I'm not a freaking English major. CCP said, I say B+ for the Giants. Nah. Said we got the second best back, LOL.
He's hating.
He's hating a little bit.
CCP, you hate CCP.
Listen, I know you guys got a good running back, but Scatterboo, you saw what he's in the national championships.
Scatterboo.
Mr. Irrelevant will be a beast this year. I think he'll be pretty good. Mr. Irrelevance in the last couple of years has been bumping off the charts. I think he'd be really good. He said Giants get B+, Jets get a B for me. Okay, I like the Jets getting a B. I'm not mad at that one. He said from Ohio State, Henderson. Yeah, he's a good running back too. I like him, but Scabadoo. I might be on my high horse, but whatever. Scatterboo. Bear said Jets have had a very safe draft. Can't go wrong with an O-lineman pick in the first pick. Then tight end to help our really weak tight end room. Looking at you, Ruckert. Then high upside wide out. That is fast AF. Yeah, facts. The Jets are pretty good.
Yo, let Rucker cook, man. This is Rucker's breakout year, bro.
So Winston is there, facts, but he's not starting. Let's be real. He said crabs. Bear said, having Rucker as tight end 1 and Alan Lazard as your second wide receiver in the year of our Lord 2025 is crazy.
What's wrong with that, man? Bear, don't hate, Bear.
He's getting ready for the friggin' the upsetting season. Jay said, the Giants got both of the targets they won in the first round. They gave up just enough to accomplish that. And in the later rounds, they got needs and value picks. They had a top 3 draft, in my opinion. Fair enough. Said they said a solid A- to B+. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's the number I'm trying to talk about. I like A students. I like A- students. I'm not talking about no B+, B. We're A and plus. A and more.
Straight A's.
Bear said, Giants need 8 to 10 wins minimum for the front office to keep their jobs. That is true. That's another reason too. Looking at the Giants situation.
Dang.
He said, I'll say the Giants will finish third in the NFC East, possibly playoffs. Listen, Eric, the friggin' people. Listen, I love CCP. I love that. I love that.
Wait, I'm so sorry.
Eric,
can we backtrack? Can we backtrack, guys? Can you just pull up that? Can you pull up that thing one more time? Just pull up that last comment one more time. He said, I'll say the Giants will finish third. Look, my camera can't even handle it. Finish third in the NFC, possibly playoffs. Okay. I had to reread that because I almost lost my brain. I thought it said third in the NFC, period.
Oh, no.
I was like, what are we talking about? Wait, no. No, the Giants aren't beating the Cowboys. The Giants are not there yet, bro. You guys have a rookie quarterback. What are we talking about right now? The Giants are finishing last.
Oh, we got Russell Wilson as the quarterback.
Oh yeah, true. I'm thinking, well, nah, they're not beating the Cowboys. Nah, I'm not. Are they that good? I don't think offensively, you got to prove it to me. Defensively, I can see the shouts. Okay, I can see it. Offensively, you have to prove it to me. You have to prove it to me. It's too many new things going on. But the Cowboys are still. I mean, this doesn't really mean much anymore. But the Cowboys are still the Cowboys, and the Eagles are defending Super Bowl champions, and the Redskins got to the freaking conference, the conference final, or the conference championship. So listen, that division is stacked. That's what we do now.
They are a little bit. Not gonna lie. He said that's a wide range.
That's what?
I don't know.
What's a wide range?
I don't know. CCP said Dallas is in disarray right now for sure. Dallas doesn't know what the hell's going on. Even Jerry Jones has dementia.
He might. Oh my! I can't get over the fact that this basketball game is about to start up again. Like, there's no way. I would have went. Why is Donovan Mitchell playing? What's going on?
Go home,
bro. He's not touching the court. What are we doing? If he gets hurt, yo.
Bear said. It said Jerry still thinks he's on Landman. Yeah, facts. Anyone watch that show, Landman? It's freaking funny. It's a good show. CCP said they didn't get anything done. Dallas is basically the same team, 100%. And the same team's garbage as always. So, I don't know, dude.
All right. I mean, last year, what was the record, David? Can we get that really quick?
The Giants?
No, we know what the Giants' record was last year. What was the Cowboys' last year's record?
The Cowboys finished at a 7-10 record.
And the Giants had what? 3 wins?
3-14.
Yeah, I'm not. You know how much better you guys have to be? Come on, bro. That team was.
I think the Dallas Cowboys are freaking dismantling. Anyway, NFL draft is finished. Now we wait until freaking August when we actually get rosters set and we can see who's the starting lineup.
Really quick though, before we move on, I just want to highlight one thing at the draft. I want to talk about it at least a little bit. Travis Hunter playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
How long do you think that lasts? And do you think it lasts? Like, do you think, because it's been said that the Jaguars are going to allow him to do it. And I saw one person specifically, Cam Newton, came out and he's like, I'm not trying to hate. I'm really not. I just don't think it's going to last very long at all. He goes, you're not in college anymore. You're going to be getting hit by grown men. What do you think of it, David?
I kind of agree. I'm not gonna lie. I like the idea of an athlete playing both ends because I feel like that's unique and I love the aspect. And listen, if you're good enough to do it, Bo Jackson, 2-time athlete, even though he didn't play both ends, he still played 2 different sports. But I love athletes like that. So I'm all for it in terms of athletic ability and entertainment. But when you really look at longevity wise, Cam Newton's got a point. He's gonna get hit. And listen, it works in college, but you look at the division that he's playing in college. It's like he's versing guys that probably 90% of them didn't even get drafted. Let's be real.
Sniff the NFL.
So it's like he might be successful in college, but I don't think the 2 position thing is going to translate. And I think it might be an issue for him in his career because I don't know how stubborn he is on changing that aspect, but if he wants to change it, because I think he's going to get to a point where it's going to be really difficult for him to sustain that many contact hits and be able to play for a longer amount of period of time. So let's see. But I don't really think it's going to really work that well.
Hey man, we wish him nothing but the best. Because if he does do it, he becomes. Does he automatically become generational if he could do that? I feel like he's the one of a player.
Yeah, he comes on the list.
But if he could do it, not even at a high level, just at a level, whereas he can contribute to the team and they need him on the field. You've already accomplished something, in my opinion, that's legendary.
I mean, you look at Shohei Ohtani. You look at what he did, right? Yeah. He's no longer pitching. You know why? Because it takes a toll on your arm and takes a toll on your body. He's just a batter now. He plays field.
It's too much.
It's too much. But
smart though.
It is. It's really smart for longevity. And people always don't understand that because it looks good on paper and it looks flashy. I just hope that he figures it out before his girlfriend divorces him because they don't have enough money.
Just sign the prenup, buddy, and you'll be okay.
But where are we up to? It said Giants had no QB. Facts. CCP said that bum Jones is gone. No, he owns the team. He's not leaving.
That's my point, though. That's my point, though. You have a bunch of new stuff going on over there, so like it's not proven new stuff. So
Jay said Jerry still thinks his QB is Traven and his RB is Smith. His wide receiver is Irving and his head coach is Jimmy Johnson. Facts. That's what I'm thinking. I think he has a little bit of dementia. Not gonna lie to you.
A little bit.
Just a little tad bit.
Just a tad.
In it. Bear said, where do y'all think Travis is gonna play at the majority of the time? I don't really know, dude, because we looked at. Let's be real, because I remember we talked about this in the Heisman. Travis Hunter, the reason why he won the Heisman is because he plays two positions.
Yeah,
100%. But when you really look at the numbers, he wasn't even like top 10 in any of those categories. Like we broke it down one day. He wasn't even top 10 in receiving yards. He wasn't top 10 in rushing and touchdowns. It's just he was just good at both. It's the reason why he won. Rightfully so. He did deserve it to an aspect. But I just think when you really look at it, the one he had more success at, I think, is wide receiver.
He's listed as a wide receiver on ESPN.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay a wide receiver. CCP disagree. They say D-back. Interesting.
I'm trying to see who they have to make it seem like, because wide receiver they got nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver, like the best person I see is Gabe Davis. Jeez. Yeah, they're cooked on wide receiver. We'll see.
Who's Trevor Lawrence gonna throw his waffle footballs to?
Let's see what Travis Hunter can do, though. Let's see, bro. Let's see.
Jay said, guy is still trying to re-sign Russell Maryland. He said, to me, he's a better corner than a wideout, but the money is at wideout all day. Fair enough. I think he's a better wide receiver than he is wideout.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have said corner as well, but he did get burned a couple of times in college. Listen, that's guaranteed.
If you're gonna get burned in college, you can only imagine what freaking DK Metcalf's gonna do to you. You can't even imagine what freaking
DK gonna run him over.
DK's gonna run him over. Who's the best wide receiver in the NFL right now? I'm just trying to list names. You can't imagine who? JJ. You can't imagine what. Oh my gosh, with Justin Jefferson
would kill him.
Up. Oh,
Jettis would kill him.
Different game.
Jettis would kill him.
CCP said they should have developed DeVito. Nah, he wasn't that. He wasn't it.
Yo, Tommy Cutlets, man.
More of a celebration hype than it was actual playing. Shout out to the freaking bot, push bot.
Yo, the bot. We always get a bot, baby. Let's get it.
Appreciate the
bots are lit.
Jay said DeVito's agent is down trying to negotiate with the Giants. He's working on that sweet background role as in the Sopranos remake. Yeah.
DeVito's like, let me stay in the team so I can get you some promo. That's all I want to do.
DeVito's on the team so they can freaking sell jerseys and they sell like
smart though. He's like, I'll come out every quarter and go like this. And then easy, bro.
Jay said, yeah, definitely see him as a DB, maybe 1 or 2 packages as a wide receiver. Really? Everyone's going DB. Interesting, guys. Said he only gave up one touchdown last year, which was good in my opinion. But listen,
against bums?
That's what I'm trying to say. He's not even the best. He's not even the best. No disrespect. It's still great. But he's not even in the best college football division or conference, if you want to say that. Which is really concerning because when you watched him in the bowl games,
he was getting murdered.
You know, it's so sad because I'm trying to come off as not being hateful, right? I'm trying to get off as not being hateful.
Nah, it's facts. He was getting bodied. Bro was getting bodied. End of discussion, man.
He said Jamar Chase. Yeah, Jamar Chase is definitely up on that list. He said no. He covered. Yeah, McMillan McMillan's good, but
Oh, dude, why are we talking? No. Why are we talking about guys that have not proven a single ounce of what they can do in the NFL, bro?
Whoa.
No, I'm not having this. Because what do you mean you covered McMillan? Okay, and what's McMillan about to do in the NFL? Let me see him do something as well. Like, what are we talking about right now?
McMillan's gonna be. He has Bryce Young throwing him the football. That's gonna be something interesting.
As far as I'm concerned, there are only two players that I can comfortably say are going to walk into this league and do something. And obviously, I don't even know if I'm right about this, but the only players I can say that is one, Abdul Carter, because not only because he's already a beast, but the people surrounding him, like David said, he's going to have opportunity after opportunity. They're going to have to double somebody. They're going to have to double somebody. And he's going to have his 1v1 situation to prove how good he is and how much he can, how much of an asset he could be to the Giants. If it's not him, Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty was the only person that was in college and he looked like an NFL player went to college to play for 1 year. That's the only person that was there. It looked like he went down a level and crushed everyone there, and now he's coming back to where he's supposed to be.
He looked like he was the Cavaliers in the versus Miami Heat. That's what he looked like.
For real. It felt as if it was men against boys, and that's what it's supposed to feel like when you're an NFL player compared to a college athlete. It's two different things. As far as I'm concerned, no disrespect to Travis. I understand he's a Heisman winner, but we all know Ashton Genty had crazier stats than him. Let's be so honest. And the only reason he got that was because of the fact that he played two positions.
So Eric, you're a hater.
No, I'm not no freaking hater, bro. We're not chatting about this, man. I love Travis Hunter, and I'm excited to see it because for my entertainment purposes, I'd love to see him play both sides of the ball. Yeah. Let's see it happen. History. I'm always here for the historic part of it, the good side at least. But let's not sit here and act like this man is gonna come into the league and lock up freaking Jamar Chase or something like that. Like, what are we talking about? Jamar Chase will cook him. J. Jazz will cook him. Heck, Garrett Wilson might even cook him.
Oh, Garrett.
We gotta slow down, man. We gotta slow down a little bit. It's 90-43. Oh my goodness.
Miami, just pack up. Put the fans in.
They about to go down 50?
But yeah, it might be worse than the Thunder matchup. But Bear said Genty deserved the Heisman, in my opinion. Dude had over 200 yards against Oregon, but he didn't play in the best conference either. Fair enough. But listen, you look at this discrepancy of stats. Ashton Genty was putting up 200, 300 yards a game with 2 or 3 touchdowns. Like, even though it was a worse conference, he was still doing subpar things in that conference. But what do you call it? Like you say, like CCP said, you got to call a spade for sure. There you go.
For sure.
But
for sure.
Jay said, look, worst case, Hunter fails, but he still gets cast as Donatello and the Ninja Turtle.
Yo, this guy, bro. This guy, man.
Hayden.
This guy's hating, bro. He's hating.
He said, CCP said, until Genty got in the bowl game. But in that bowl game, he said Penn State stopped them. Penn State, they stopped him, but it was one game, and also they were handing the ball. Their passing game was freaking butt cheeks in that game. Like we always talk about it in this podcast, you can't win any type of game with one-dimensional of an offense. It's pretty obvious in that.
That's football.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Dan. Dan's in the building. Freaking champions. Liverpool won the championship. You know he's happy about that.
He said, "Ale."
Eric, what about French?
Hey man. What about Spanish? Vamos. Because guess what? It's not the only champion in the building. You feel me? Manza. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Liverpool. Give him a little clap. David, give him a little clap.
I'm giving it.
Give him a little clap. Hey, Alex, congratulate Barcelona for doing the double this year. Give him a clap, David. Give him a clap. Don't you dare boo.
I pressed the wrong button.
No. Okay. Yo, man, Liverpool clinched the league. They absolutely pants Tottenham. Freaking 5-1. Tottenham should be relegated at this point. This is actually absurd. And Barca beat Madrid in remontada fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a great game, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Even though you say Barcelona won, that was a really interesting and really... Once Mbappe came on, I was like, Mbappe looked like himself in a sense.
He looked a little bit like himself. But I also want to say, I love the fact that we won the game and there was controversial calls against us. And I love that. I have literally the entire internet to look through. Had a Real Madrid fan saying, yo, They're lucky we didn't have 2 penalty calls in that game. And I love that because it was the same ref that they shat on, that Rudiger threw ice at the end of the game. The same ref that they begged and pleaded to get the ref changed before the game, or else they wasn't going to play, or whatever it is. I love the fact that everyone's finally seeing Madrid for what they actually are, bro. When you don't have a GOAT, when you have GOATs playing for your team, and you're getting exposed, bro. Literally just getting exposed. That's it. That's literally it, bro.
I hate players that blame refs for the reason why they lost. Listen, I think the ref, I'm going to be honest with you, I think the ref did a decent job with what he was given. That game was physical. He was trying to call some things. Obviously, he's going to let some things slide. But I thought he did a decent job for what he was given in that circumstance. Regardless, to go out and blame a ref for the reason, like, give me, how old are you? You played soccer for a very long time. The refs influence a little bit, but you got to score goals in the back of the net. That's the one thing they can't change.
You have to understand how absurd this is. Ladies and gentlemen, just for my people that don't watch soccer, I got to explain this to y'all. Yo. And we'll move back to football and basketball, I promise. Yo, this Real Madrid team, before the final, sat down, complained about the referee choice. Then on top of it, had the referee in the press conference crying because his children was getting bullied at the school. On top of that, then the Real Madrid saw that and was like, we don't care. Like, we don't want him to ref the game. Then on top of that said, if he refs the game, we might not show up. We might not play because we refuse to have this. Then for him to come into the game and get calls for them and still lose the game. Yo, man.
You think the ref was really that unfair? I don't really think he
no.
was
He wasn't that unfair because, let's be so real, at the end of the game, Rafinha flopped and in the box, and he won a penalty for that, and he called it back. So he definitely called it down the middle. But there was 2 calls. One of them, I could see why it wasn't a penalty because it was a soft foul, but it still was a foul. But then there was one of them in the first half. Kubarsi, Dani Ceballos had a full 2 hands of his jersey, ripping it off, and they didn't call a penalty at all. Pulled him away from the goal. They didn't call a penalty at all. Man, I'm not mad at it because we were at the end of the day. That's all that matters to me. But
listen, teams that blame refs don't deserve to win. I'm gonna say at the end of the day, you got to be good enough to not really avoid ref situations. What are you looking at?
It's 96 to 51.
Yeah, are you surprised? It's freaking domination. But I will transition into this because it's very, very prevalent issues in the NBA. You talk about refs in this situation.
I'll be right back. I just gotta keep going. I'll just be right back.
You gotta go poop. Eric did a response. Maybe that's a yes. But no. Listen, chat. Listen, we already know what Eric's doing. Eric, it's all right. Go. Just be quick. We got another hour left on the podcast, so we need you to be okay. Bear said if Melvin Gordon couldn't win the Heisman with 2,500 yards and 29 rushing touchdowns in the Big Ten, Genty had no shot. That is so true. Who won the Heisman in that year anyway? I forgot who that was, but I forgot who won the Heisman that year. I think I might have to look that up. Chat, what do we think? I don't know who won that one. Help me out. Jay said the Heat had Shedeur Sanders of the NBA playoffs. The Shedeur Sanders of the NBA playoffs. They keep on dropping down. It's crazy. Dan said Barca saved football this weekend. Listen, since we're talking about soccer, I got my thoughts about it in the Real Madrid game. I thought it was a very entertaining match. I love it when refs don't call anything. I love it when they keep the game physical. Even if the players complain, so be it. As long as it doesn't get out of hand where they're freaking throwing punches at each other or doing dirty tackles, I'm fine with it. But body-to-body contact, a little bit of extra shoving after the ball's dead, I'm all for it. I think it's great. It builds up competitiveness and shows what it means to actually win the championship and be a champion. But I think Barcelona played fantastic in that first half. It was all them. And then all of a sudden, Real Madrid, Mbappe came on, and they started showing why Mbappe is Mbappe and why Real Madrid actually can start playing and actually get shots on net. Overall, if you watch that first half, you say Barcelona deserved to win. Rightfully so. You watch the second half, you could say that Real Madrid deserved to win. But one thing you can never take back is the fact that Barcelona won it, and you got to give them props where props is due. They're playing phenomenal this season. There's no other way to say it other than that. But talking about the refs, and this is one thing I want to say. Talking about the refs and their calls. They did a stat that Real Madrid, that Barcelona has the most VAR calls favored towards them, and Real Madrid's in second place. Rightfully so. Those are two top teams, but still unfair. But that's why I don't understand. Like, this is so like weird with the fan bases. It's like Barcelona fan base is like, oh, it was like they talk about Real Madrid, stop crying about the refs. But once it happens to the Barcelona and Real Madrid fans are saying, stop crying about the refs to Barcelona. It's like it's always gonna be a back and forth between the two, and they just don't understand the facts. The facts is, listen, ref played a call. I think he did a decent game. There should have been some calls, but there should have been some calls, right? But he still called a good game in my opinion. Overall, you look at La Liga and the stats. Barcelona's got most VAR favorable calls compared to Real Madrid in that standpoint. I think it's a very interesting stat in that standpoint. So just in case like these fans are trying to complain about it and Barcelona fans complain about Real Madrid's referees bias, I just got to put an end to that in my opinion. But Dan said also congratulations to Wrexham for promotion. Yeah, facts. Listen, I think they're in Division 1, right? Division 1, and then they go up. Damn, what freaking division did they get promoted to? I think they got 2 more years before they can make it to the Premier League. But it's still fantastic for this team. I don't think I'm gonna find it. Maybe if I look it up, Wrexham. There we go. They are in fact in League 1. They're gonna go into. Oh yeah, they got 2 more years next year, and then the year after that they can make it into the Prem. So it's gonna be interesting. Go to show you that money can buy you freaking championships. I'm just kidding. But Bear said Morata won it that year. They said, oh, Morata. I'm thinking freaking soccer. Mariota. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Mariota won. Sorry, Bear. That's freaking soccer mind right there. Mariota won it that year. Damn, Mariota. Oh my gosh, what a career he used to have. Marcus Mariota freaking was a Heisman winner. First or second overall pick. I forgot if it was the same draft class as Jared Goff. But first overall pick, second. And then all of a sudden it just freaking went downhill after that. It's such a shame. No boo. Marcus Mariota was a good guy. But it's freaking downhill after that. Damn, that's crazy. Dan said Rudiger threw ice at the ref. He said that's unacceptable. Yeah, it's unacceptable. And it just goes to show, like, I'm all for like competitiveness, but you can't be showing the refs like that. That's crazy.
Can you hear me?
Crazy. Yeah, I hear. We're back.
David, you saw my text?
Yeah, I saw your text.
Buddy.
Buddy. 4K. They said know nothing about soccer. The Crystal Palace Tifu won soccer.
I'm trying to connect my Bluetooth again.
Crystal Palace Tifu.
Crystal Palace beat Aston Villa to get to the freaking FA Cup final this week, bro.
Did they? I didn't even know about that.
3-0. Bop them.
Wow.
Madness,
Jay, you know more than me.
Madness.
Nice.
Wait, was it 3-0? Let me double check, chat. I'm pretty
Dance
sure.
and championship right under the Prem. Yeah, Wrexham got promoted to championship.
Facts, bro. Yo, isn't it crazy what money can do for you?
Yeah, it's very funny. I just said that. Jay said Deadpool and Always Sunny in Philadelphia taking the soccer world by storm. For sure.
3-0, bro. 3-0.
Damn.
3-0. Absolutely insane. Yo, Dan's coming in to make this a freaking soccer podcast. Dan, you better stop. We gotta do Champions League predictions.
Oh God, we got so much stuff to talk about. Bear said Jameis was the first pick and Marcus Mariota was the second. Oh, that was a Jameis round. I thought it was Jared Goff draft. Jameis was the first overall. Damn, that's crazy.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
It's
funny. Eric, are you shocked?
Nah, this is Pat Riley's sitting there like, we should have traded Jimmy.
No, they had no choice to trade Jimmy. Jimmy wasn't even playing.
Jimmy would have lost by 50.
Jimmy wouldn't even be playing. He's like, nah, you guys got this. Bye, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Oh,
that sucks, right? That sucks, right, Eric?
I know. You keep asking me, am I shocked? Yes, David, I am shocked. Dude, the Cavs.
I'm shocked that they're losing so bad, but the way every single freaking 5 minutes, you're like, wow, they're losing by 30. I'm like, you see the game they're playing?
Because it's getting low. It's becoming a bigger lead. They have 57 points in the third quarter. That's a halftime score. Oh man, bro.
They suck, dude. They freaking suck. But overall, Jay said Jameis stole crab legs. Sanders and crab legs. Sanders prank calls and his dad. Jameis stolen crab legs. Sanders prank calls and his dad.
David sat there and was like, my head.
I was like, what?
Let me read this again.
College graduate right here, almost.
Oh, man.
NBA. We were talking about the referees in soccer, and I want to transition to controversial calls in the NBA because there's a lot, especially on Sunday.
Wait. Before you do so, you proud of Barca, yeah? Come on, give me.
No, Barcelona. Listen, I'm giving credit to Barcelona. Listen, people always say I don't like Barcelona. I think they're a fantastic team. I just don't like friggin' the fans. The fans suck. Sorry, you guys are annoying. Low key. Not even low key, high key.
How?
Because you guys are all Ronaldo haters. Ronaldo sucks. He's the worst player. It's like,
I'm not no Ronaldo hater.
Not you.
But if you go on Twitter, Real Madrid fans hate Messi. What the heck?
Bro, Real Madrid fans suck too. They all suck. They all suck. They have no. They're so biased. It's so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like Barcelona fans are like Messi's better than Ronaldo. Ronaldo sucks. I'm like, dude, do you even watch soccer? Like, you say you're a Barcelona fan. Do you even watch soccer? Like, I'm not saying you have to agree with me that you got to agree that I'm not even saying you got to agree with me that Ronaldo's the GOAT. I'm just saying you got to say that you can't say he sucks. That's a freaking ignorant statement. But Barcelona, congratulations. You guys are a fantastic team. And I said it before when you're in the Champions League. You guys are the best team in soccer right now. I can stand by that statement.
I appreciate that. I just wanted to hear you say that again, man.
No problem, dude.
Not in a cocky way. I just wanted to hear it, though.
Listen, I got to give respect where respect's due.
I value your opinion.
Do I still think Rafinha is freaking Angel Reese of freaking stat padding? Yes.
Yo, I'm not even going to lie to you. By the end of the season, there's going to be a real conversation whether he wins Ballon d'Or or not. I'm like, though, as in, people, you think he's number one, right?
I think, he's number one right now.
I believe by the end of the season, there will be a conversation whether it's going to be him. Well, if the season goes as I think it's going to go, whether it will be him or Pedri. I genuinely believe that. Because the love and the appreciation that Pedri's starting to receive as the season goes on, and people are actually starting to watch what he's been doing more. Rafinha, you're so right, because when you watch them play, Rafinha is literally a stat monster. Because in that final, he didn't play well. But
no, he missed two shots. He did. I saw two opportunities he had. He freaking wide.
Both of them. It was bad. But like when you watch the way the players play, Pedri and Lamine Yamal are both more effective players than Rafinha. Rafinha, he just gets the job done, if that makes sense. Now, I don't want to sit here and make it seem as if like I'm downplaying Rafinha's performances. He's still a very good player. Don't get me wrong. But like when it comes to creating and contributing to the parts of the game that don't get covered by stats, that is Pedri and Lamine's field by far.
Listen, I hope Pedri wins it, but let's be real. Unfortunately,
it's an attacking award. It's an attacking award. We'll see what happens at the end of the season, though. At the end of the season,
especially when your teammate is winning the same amount of trophies and has more goals, it's hard to win.
It's crazy.
But Jay said the Cavs are playing like those group of 40+ friends who just wanted to try rec league, but now they suck for sure. They suck. They're so bad.
They just chuck it, yo. They're not, dude. The second team is in. Darius Garland looks like an alien.
Listen,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be mean, but like,
I tell you what though. If you're a freaking gambler, you freaking go PRA on freaking Ty Jerome. He's in the game all day right now.
No, if you're a gambler, you pick Miami money line. I'm telling you, Miami money line to come back.
Yeah, we didn't say charity. We didn't say if you want charity. We didn't say charity.
And make sure you bet in D&E's new app for betting.
It's called PayPal. It's called Venmo.
It's called Venmo. Let me get you the hold on. Let me get you. I'll get you the details right now. It's called Venmo at Eric-Hides-37. There you go. And you send your bets there, it will cash out, bro. $1 million.
There you go, guys.
Take it back.
Don't worry about it, guys. It's gonna be fine.
You know, it'd be hilarious if I actually got a memo.
Yeah, that'd be freaking hilarious. But it's just a prank, guys. Don't do it. But Bear said, famous woman respecter Jameis Winston. Shout out to Jameis Winston for respecting women.
Jameis Winston, baby.
That's so crazy because he had like a sexual allegation in college.
Yo, man, he went to the right league, bro. He'll never get caught.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, the NFL doesn't care about that, unfortunately. But overall, speaking of controversial stuff in soccer with the refs, we got controversial stuff with refs in the NBA. But what's new with the NBA, right? Every single day, I feel like there's always a controversy with these refs admitting the next day that they made bad calls, right? We're not. It pretty much became expected at this point. You just wait for the next day for the 2-minute report for the refs to be like, yeah, we missed that call, that call, that call, that call, and sorry, your team lost. It's like, all right, like this is one thing that has my pet peeve. As a freaking ref, how do you say, I mess up these calls the next day? Keep your mouth shut. Listen, keep your mouth shut. If you didn't call it then, why do you care if you called it now? Jesus Christ. It's like being a teacher and failing a kid, and then the next day be like, oh, I'm sorry, I marked your answers wrong. I'm not changing it though.
Boy, yo, the way I was uproar.
Yeah, it was crazy. But Jay said Ray Rice wishing the NFL didn't care about it. Listen, he got suspended for Kareem Hunt he only got suspended for 6 games.
Yo, man.
Damn.
Listen, I want to say really quick, the game that David is referencing is the New York Knicks versus the Detroit Pistons in Game 4, where the Knicks ended up taking it 94-93.
Let's go, baby.
Knicks are in the driver's seat, ladies and gentlemen. It's not looking good for Detroit. It's not looking good for my bracket. Cat had 27 points. Jalen Brunson had 32 points. You know, and honestly, all I gotta say to this, I'll let you take most of this game, David. You're the Knicks fan here. Come on, like I gotta give you the reins on this one. But I'm happy with the way the Knicks played, in the sense of the evenness between Cat and Jalen Brunson when it came to offense. Right now, granted, Mikal and OG we know they can step it up. They just had an off night when it came to shooting. But if the Knicks can play this type of basketball, right? Whereas Cat and Jalen Brunson are both leading the charge offensively, and they're both hot, and you know how to both equally dish out the shots, then I think we could see the Knicks make a good playoff charge. Oh my! Sorry, someone almost just got baptized on live television. Sorry, that was about to be so bad. But regardless, that's all I really have to say about this. That's all I have to really say about this.
Listen, Bear says it best. He says robbed in Queens, Brunson for 3, barbecue chicken with some mac and cheese, Knicks in 5. Let's go. Let's go. New York Knicks in 5. Freaking phenomenal. That's a round of applause. That's a Shannon Sharp worthy right there. But don't speak about Shannon Sharp. He's taking a break.
I don't know about Shannon Sharp. I know about
Listen, Shannon, I'm sorry. You said Jim Joyce coming out the day after crying after he blew the Armando Gala.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what any of that stuff is.
That's like when Eric shows me like Marvel stuff, like that same face.
Sorry, bro. This guy.
Sorry, it's great. I don't understand. But overall, my New York Knicks fans in the chat, type W's in the chat right now, because the New York Knicks got a W. They're up 3-1. And the funny thing is that the Detroit Pistons haven't. They have the longest drought, I believe, of playoff losses at home. So they've never won a playoff game, I think, like 16 times or something. It was some ridiculous number for the stat. But Jay said, he said Raga, perfect game. He said was hilarious still to this day. I don't know.
Ty Jerome just a half-court shot buzzer beater, bro.
Of course. Ty Jerome is a really good player. People just don't understand.
It's 111-63, and there's a whole other fourth quarter to play.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I can't get over this. I'm sorry, David.
Bear said another famous woman respecter, Shannon Sharp, not Papa Hines, was going with 19-year-olds as a 57-year-old allegedly. Allegedly. Listen, you guys say this so you don't get sued, Eric. Allegedly.
Why did he feel to say the need of Papa Hines? Like, what? How did he get me in there? I'm not for that nonsense.
You're Unc.
I'm not Shannon Sharp, Unc.
But you're Unc, though.
He's 57. Yo, bro, these guys, man. Yo,
That's a problem when you're a 57-year-old man and you're going out with a 19-year-old and your daughters are older than the friggin' date you're on.
Hey man, I don't know what to say, David. I sent you what I feel about Ung, bro. I sent you. Wait, don't show it. Don't show it. Don't show it.
Friggin' funny.
I'm trying to do something right now.
Jay said, my bad, fat fingers. No worries, Jay, but talk about the W's about the New York Knicks. Listen, I want to discuss something really important. Because if you remember our podcast on Wednesday, it was before the Knicks played their game 3 in Detroit because they played on Thursday. We talked about the New York Knicks were down. They were tied 1-1. Detroit just won the last game in MSG. And we were talking about the controversies that the New York Knicks have to deal with and the reason why they lost those games. Everyone can agree. Cat needs to be passed the ball. You cannot have one shot in one half. The whole half. You cannot have 0 points in the whole half, second half. Cannot be possible if you want to win a game against this gritty Pistons team. Let's be real, right?
Mm-hmm.
We told him Cat got to get involved. Cat in game 3 got off 25 points, I believe. Went off. They're really good. Jalen Brunson went off as he always does. They won that game by 2 points because they can't. But that was more comfortable because they were up by like 5 and then they started like fouling and all that stuff. It got closer. But this game, freaking Sunday game, I'm going to be honest with you. As a Knicks fan, I really thought the Pistons were going to take this one. I thought they were going to be 2-2. Before going into the game, I'm like, it's going to be 2-2 going back to MSG. And this is how it's going to be back and forth. Because type of gritty, type of aggressive basketball we're talking about. But the New York Knicks somehow pulled it off. And I remember I said something earlier in the podcast that I will talk about the freaking foul and the controversy of the refs. Because I have something to say about that. And I'll say it right now before I get into the game. The Detroit Pistons, people are upset about that was a foul. And the refs admitted that was a foul. Watching it, that was a foul. Right? Josh Hart put his body on Tim Hardaway Jr. 100%. That's 3 shots going to the line with 2 seconds left on the clock. But if you watch previously, when they're trying to get the rebound, Tobias Harris is full on grabbing Josh Hart's arm. So that's a foul too. So you're talking about your foul at the 3-point arc. People are complaining about, the Knicks got lucky. That foul should have been called. Listen, that foul should have never even happened because there was a foul on the floor for the rebound, and that would have been Knicks' ball because Josh Hart was getting freaking his arm taken with him by Tobias Harris. You know what? It's not better me showing it, and not me better me saying it. It's better me showing you because I sent it to Eric because I always send it to Eric just so I remember it for the future. But for anyone can see, let me show you what's going on right here. So if you see right here, they're showing our chat.
Oh, who is? Oh, let's see it.
You're telling me. Respectfully.
Yo, foul! Look at that. It's crazy. Foul, bro.
Eric, respectfully. Was that a foul on Tobias Harris?
You know what's crazy? Yes, it is a foul. I will say this much. The way that they were calling this entire game,
yes,
it technically wasn't a foul. But that's only... Let me rephrase that. I don't want to make it seem as if I'm trying to rage bait or anything. That is a basketball, like playing the basketball rules. That's a foul, right? But the way that they called this game, I'm surprised the last one wasn't called a foul. They was letting guys get beat up the whole entire game. Was insane. So
that's what I'm trying.
It makes sense.
That was another point. The refs were playing. There were so many foul calls on the Pistons that the refs were not calling. Vice versa with the Knicks. The refs are calling it an aggressive game. It was start to finish. So people can't get upset about it. And here's another thing I'm upset about with all these Piston fans trying to claim that the refs rigged the game for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson went down in the third quarter. The Knicks were up. All of a sudden, Brunson goes into the locker room with a leg injury. I thought it was over. I'm like, this is GG's. We're screwed. Right? The Pistons went on a crazy amount of runs. They took a lead. They got up to like 8 points, I think was the highest lead they had at some point, with Brunson out. All of a sudden, Brunson comes back like freaking Batman, freaking showing up. Like, okay, let's go. Let's do this thing. And all of a sudden, he comes back. Brunson, I think, scored 13 or 15 points in the fourth quarter. I'll say it again. Brunson scored 13 or 15 points. I don't know which number it was. I'm going to say 13. He scored 13 points in the fourth quarter.
I think it was 50.
15? You might be right on 15.
Who cares? It's ridiculous.
He won NBA's Clutch Player of the Year for a reason. This guy, you rely on him with anything. With a bum ankle, the guy is still making your defense look like clowns. You cannot stop him. And I was watching that stretch when Brunson went out. I'm like, okay, someone's got to step up. OG, Mikal, Cat. I think OG and Mikal should be ashamed of themselves. Low key. I'm being dead serious. You signed OG to a big max deal to not go 0-3 in the time being of Brunson out. You signed Mikal Bridges. You trade for Mikal Bridges. 4 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, not for him to miss shots. Mikal Bridges was a number 1 option in Brooklyn. I'm not saying that translates to him in the Knicks. But when someone goes down, we're relying on you to drop 20 points a game. We're relying on you to create your own shot. We're relying on you because you're a superstar and you can prove it. Listen, I'm really upset about them, and it goes to show how important Jalen Brunson is to this New York Knicks team. Because Brunson came back and he said, friggin' hold my beer and I'm going to drop points on you. Rightfully so. Jalen Brunson, I believe, is the best player in this in the series. I think Cade Cunningham is playing phenomenal too, but Jalen Brunson's the best player in this series. Regardless, talking about the Pistons complaining, you guys are up by 8 points. What are you complaining about? You guys are up by points. You guys missed shots. Like, you had opportunities to win and you guys didn't close it out. My overall message to this, and I'll stop talking about it. It was a gritty game from start to finish. The refs didn't make some calls for the Knicks. Refs didn't make some calls for the Pistons. We look at the Tim Hardaway thing. Yes, that's a foul. But we also look at Josh Hart down in the paint trying to get the rebound, and that's a foul on Tobias Harris. So it goes either ways. It cancels out. But I think the Pistons should be more disappointed in themselves because you were up. You had momentum. You're home. Your fans are going crazy. And then you let one guy on a bum ankle, Jalen Brunson, bring his team back and win the game. And also, I got to give credit to Cat because Cat made up 2 ridiculous shots. He made a fadeaway shot, a mid-range fadeaway shot behind the backboard and went in, which was ridiculous. I was watching that in real time. I'm like, there's no way that's in. And then he made a step-back 3-pointer on Jalen Duren, a 30-foot jumper, and swished going in. Crucial buckets by Cat. But listen, I think it goes back to the overall message. The Pistons are a young team. They're gonna make more mistakes, and I think it really goes to show Knicks capitalized. But dude, it was a hype game.
You know, Detroit. I saw a stat while I was watching this game saying the last time they won a home playoff game was in like 2005 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Detroit, there's nothing to be upset about. The series is over, but like there's nothing to be upset. I think it is over. I don't think they'll be in the Knicks 3 times in a row. But they fought hard. I think at the end of the day, just mental errors, to be honest with you. Like David said, you can complain all you want, but that game should have been yours. The moment Jalen Brunson went out, it should have really been yours, and you had it and you let it slip. And also a test. I don't want to take anything away from how good Jalen Brunson actually is. You know, it's you guys let it slip just as much as Jalen Brunson just is unstoppable. It goes hand in hand. So, all I have to say to that, man, is Detroit head high, Cade head high, all those guys on that court head high for them, and we'll move into next season for them, bro. I'm excited to watch what they can offer in the next coming years because this team, this is just the beginning, man.
They're a good
How
team.
old is Jalen Duren?
23.
Oh man, bro, this is just the beginning, bro.
Yeah,
this is really just the beginning because if we're really looking at a mini big 3 between Cade, Asar, and Jalen Duren, I could see it, man. I could see it. These guys could take real steps next year and be real great players, and it's only a matter of time. But as for the Knicks, it's gonna be the Pistons are gonna go down easy. They're definitely not gonna go down easy.
It's not over yet because these victories are very close.
They're gonna have to fight hard at MSG in order to take them out, but I do believe they'll beat them in 5. But it's gonna be they're not gonna give up until the fat lady's singing. So it's gonna be a hard game 5. For me though, it's more or less what the Knicks are gonna be doing next round and who they're gonna be. What?
He said Pistons not gonna give up until the fat lady sings. I'm like, there better not be no fat ladies at MSG on friggin' tomorrow. I'm gonna be sure on that.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I have to say on that, man. We can move on to the next game.
It's funny because everyone on Sunday ended up having a 3-1 lead. It was the Knicks, Timberwolves, Celtics, and then the Pacers.
Oh man, so much stuff. I'm excited to hear about this Bucks thing. Like you've kept this in the background for a long time. I kind of want to hear it,
right, Eric? I kept you anticipating.
Yeah, bro. I need to know what's going on. David didn't let me know. He usually lets me know before the podcast.
Yeah.
Even he's like,
you gotta know. Bear said that's my Michelle.
Randomly too. Go ahead.
Bear said that's my Michelle. If you know, you know.
I don't get it.
Shannon Sharp said in an interview or something. He's like, that's my Michelle. It's like someone was calling him or something, or I think it was like Ocho with him. It's like that's my Michelle. I was like, yeah. It's like, oh, got him.
By the way, guys, David texted me out of nowhere while I was at work. No context. He goes, I have something to say about the Bucks tonight. No emojis, no nothing. Just that sentence alone. Everything in my mind, I looked at the text, I was like, is this guy stimming again? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand.
You know, it's funny. Me and Eric have such like weird conversations that when you have just like something like that stands out, you just know something's real.
Yeah, this guy just randomly texting. I was like, what am I supposed to say? Oh man.
Eric's like, can you tell me? And I said no. I'm like, that was just a waste of text for me. That was just a waste of a text.
I literally, all I could see in my head was David was like, nah, I have something to say about the Bucks. And I was like, okay.
It's like you're talking to someone and all of a sudden they walk out of the room without finishing. It's like what? Like, hold up. Jay said Paul Heyman. He said pooping on the ESPN Shannon Sharp situation on ESPN with Pat McAfee is still the funniest. Yeah, that's crazy. Paul Heyman didn't give absolute no F's about that.
He's a traitor, so he's a traitor. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Dan said UCL games are tough. Honestly, don't know who goes through. Yeah,
you want to do that really quick.
Inter in a rough patch, but can turn up against Barca.
Can we see if we can run through? Is it only one game or is it 2 games?
2 games.
Yeah, because it's Wednesday. Do you want to save that for later?
Let's save it for the last. Save it for the last. Keep the momentum of this going on. Jay said, "I'll throw a W up for the Knicks if they make it to past the second round. Otherwise, it's another mediocre season with all the quotations. This could be the best Knicks team talk." Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. We should win the first round. I agree with you on that standpoint, but there's no way in hell we're making it out of the second round. Like after that, it's pretty much GG's.
You know, I don't fully disagree with Jay. Like, because we've kind of hyped the Cavs and the Celtics have played such great basketball to the point where it's like we've kind of forgotten about how the Knicks are supposed to be competing with them, and they've gotten dominated by so many good teams this year that we've kind of forgotten how good the Knicks are supposed to be, and the bars kind of get the bar's been like lowered a little bit because next round they might get bodied. They really might get bodied. So
in the regular season,
exactly, and if they lose. They kind of become a team where they're kind of in a gray area and we don't know what's going to happen, and that Cat space is not looking nice with Cat's contract,
OG's contract. Brunson signed a friendly deal, so I got to give him props. He's a captain.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens though.
Yeah. Bear said, shout out to Dame Time, brother. Came back from blood clots and tore his Achilles. Listen, I'm keeping that there. I'm gonna go through the rest of them because I'm gonna talk about that. Bear said, time for the freak get out of the Bucks organization.
Brooklyn.
Listen, I'm getting
Brooklyn.
Nah, Uncle's on live and he was doing and dude let out that statement. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I thought it was from an interview.
He said that?
I guess so.
Well, during the live is crazy.
That's crazy. But overall,
oh my god, the stadium's basically empty.
I mean, would you stay? I think I would get on the court and start playing.
Let me play.
That's what he said. I'm like, I got to get the most out of my prices for my tickets. I'm like, let me play a minute. Jesus Christ,
absurd, bro. The third team is playing right now, and they're still scoring the same amount of points.
That's crazy. But I want to go back to this statement. Bear said, "Time for the freak to get out of the Bucks." Actually, this one. Shout out to Dame Time. Brother came back from blood clots and tore his Achilles. Listen, this is the thing I was talking about with Eric, and now I'll talk about it with y'all. I got something. I got a bone to pick with the freaking Milwaukee Bucks. They suck. They suck. They're so bad. They're so bad of an organization. And I knew that the Pacers were going to win it because overall I wasn't sure about Damian Lillard's freaking health. The Milwaukee Bucks let down Damian Lillard. I remember coming onto this podcast and saying the guy's coming from blood clots. He shouldn't be playing this series, right? Because even if you think he's okay to go, it's still internal. It's an internal injury. You can't really diagnose it or see signs of it until it actually happens. right? That's why strokes are so prevalent. They happen so quickly. Heart attacks, another thing. Overall, regardless, they put him back in for game 3, and he doesn't do that good. And all of a sudden, he plays game 4, and he tears his Achilles. Listen, I would say that they have a correlation with each other, but it was on the opposite leg, so I won't go that deep into them. But I'm still going to bash this Milwaukee Bucks team. Training staff, everything. You let a guy who had DVT, deep vein thrombosis, a very, very serious injury that can be worse and can come back in years to come if not treated correctly. You let this guy come back into a playoff game because you wanted to win, and you didn't even do it. You didn't even freaking win. It's freaking ridiculous. Like it's so frustrating because this guy's health is on the line. The Milwaukee Bucks failed Damian Lillard because of the sense that freaking dudes is 34 years old. He's gonna miss next year because of an Achilles injury. He's probably not gonna play until he's 36 years old, and at that point, he's done. His career's done. The Milwaukee Bucks ruined Damian Lillard's career. They didn't take the DVT thing as serious. I really don't think that they should have been playing him. They said he's cleared, and all of a sudden, you look at it, and now he gets injured back to back. It's kind of like a Ben Fata moment, but I don't want to disrespect Dame because I think he's a fantastic player, and I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. But the Milwaukee Bucks freaking failed him. How the hell do you let a player come back from a serious injury like that and say you can play? I don't understand. Chris Bosh had it, and he didn't play for the rest of the freaking year. It's a freaking serious thing. It's not something that you can get cleared in 1 month. And honestly, when you look at it, the reason why he probably re-aggravated his Achilles, the dude hasn't played basketball in freaking 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And he's got to get back into playoff mode. It's a different environment. It freaking sucks. And I feel so bad for Damian Lillard. And he's out for a whole year, and his career's over. And the Milwaukee Bucks, they're to blame. The training staff. You do not let a guy go back on. Because even if Dame wants to play and he thinks, like, listen, I want to play playoffs, you guys are the training staff. You guys give the A-OK whether or not. I'll be fine if a player gets mad at me. Listen, I'm more concerned about your health in a freaking game. So Milwaukee Bucks, you freaking suck, and your organization is going to be going down the toilet. Because guess what? Giannis is not going to stay there. Dame's not coming back because he's going to be out for a whole year. Giannis is going somewhere. There's already been rumors this season. So, listen, this is a huge reset button in the Milwaukee Bucks, and I honestly think they low-key deserve it for the way they're treating their injuries and their players. But that's what I wanted to get into. But
I mean, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. Dame, I do feel bad for Dame being that old and having that serious of an injury is not good. That could be career altering for him and shave off a lot of time in his career just for them to go down 3-1 and lose this playoff series. I think Giannis is officially done with Milwaukee's organization, like Bear said and like you have said. I don't think he owes them anything anymore. To be honest with you, like he's done everything. He's brought them a championship, in the last time they won a championship, I don't even remember. like from 2020, what was the last time the Bucks won a championship? Actually, wait, hold on. I actually want to. What years?
They won in 2021.
No. I'm saying before that.
No.
Did the Bucks win a championship? 1971. So it's like Giannis brought glory back to Milwaukee, man. He's done everything he can, and his accolades are all there. You know what I mean? DPO wise after DPO wise, MVP, like all-star selections, all NBA selections. This guy is the real deal. We know it already. He's done everything that he can for this team, man. He deserves a happy exit. The question is, how does he get it done? Because the haul that they're going to need in return is not going to be small. Even if he is 30 and it doesn't matter. He's looking like he has 5 to 10 more years on his career.
Yeah.
So it does not matter what age he is. It's just going to be what it goes there. But good thing for the Pacers, man. I mean, I'm a little bit upset because I expected a lot more out of the Bucks, and I still do believe this is the same thing that happened last year to the Pacers, where the Miami Heat suck. Sorry,
Eric, you're still on of it.
Nah, because David,
brother.
Look at the score, bro.
I see the score. Bro. They're down by 60 points.
Yo. Honestly, this is grounds to play in the G League. Like this is absurd. This is half this team needs to be degraded to the G League. If I'm Bam, I'm requesting a trade right when I get into the locker room. I'm going up to Pat Riley in the moment. I'm like, I'm requesting a trade as well. I'm not coming back. There's no way I'm coming back to this. I was on the Olympic team, and I go from that to this. No way, bruv. Anyways, I believe this is the same thing that's happening like last year, except that the Pacers are a little bit better. But like every single round, there's an asterisk next to their winnings. There's always an asterisk next to their winnings. They're gonna go against the Cavs again. And didn't they verse the Cavs last year in the first round, or am I bugging? Was it the Knicks that versed the Cavs in the first round?
I think the Knicks versed the Cavs last year.
All right. So they're gonna verse the Cavs next round, and I'm not gonna lie, I really hope the Cavs beat the shit out of them. I really do, because it's. I don't hate the Pacers. I just don't feel as if they're as good as we are seeing them to be. Like if the Pacers are a second round team, to me, no disrespect, but like the East is really freaking weak. I'm dragging it a little bit, but overall, that's just my position on it. I don't think, and I want the Cavs to prove that. That's why I want to see, because then it looks bad when you look at the teams like Bucks, and it's like, it makes it look like they're worse than they actually are. It's just the fact that Dame had an injury. That team was not playing well. Giannis was putting up crazy numbers, but man, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to see, but because at the end of the day, all you want to see is good basketball. But
yeah,
and everyone playing at their best of the best of their abilities, and no one injured. So that's why I feel like
I like the Pacers. I think they're a good team. I think they got depth, and I really like them as a playoff team. But
I think they're gonna get. I think they might get gentlemen swept by the Cavs. They should get bodied by the Cavs. Genuinely, they should get bodied by the Cavs, because I don't see. I just don't know who's guarding who. Like, the Cavs are better on all parts of the floor, bro. All parts of the floor. Bench, depth, they have it all. Like, that's why I want to see, bro. Because I feel like the Pacers should have went like 6 or 7 with the Bucks. I feel like it's just simply just gonna go 5, and that's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me.
So we'll see what happens, but let's go into these comments and keep on moving. Matt Padone is back. What's going on, Padone? He said, I'm back. He said, champion. Let's go, bro.
Campeones. Ole.
Jay said, that Dame Dollar Milwaukee diss track gonna go hard. Yeah.
And honestly, I think Dame probably ends his career there, unless they trade him. Because, like, dude, an Achilles, he's gonna be out. That's so upsetting. You know, I just want to point out again what David just said, bro. Damian Lillard came back when he probably shouldn't have, and in him coming back from DVT, correct? That's the name of it?
Yep.
Has lost an entire season.
Yeah.
Yo! How old is Dame?
Dame's 34, I believe.
Like, you don't have that type of time. You already regressing in everyone else's eyes. You don't have that type of time.
He's going to come back and he'll be 36 by the time he plays.
Oof. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know how you trade him. I don't know what happens with Dame, but they're finished. They're finished.
Damn. But see what happens. He said, Ole, campeones. Shout out to Badone. He said, boys, let me ask you a serious question. Is loyalty ever valued like it is in football? Like, is there a Totti player in the NBA?
I don't think there can ever be a Totti player in the NBA. I want to explain why.
There is.
There is, but I don't think there could ever be a Totti player. And the reason I don't believe that is because trades.
Luka.
And that's my exact point. Trades exist in the NBA, whereas players do not have control whether they get traded or not. So even if you wanted to be a Totti-like player in the NBA, you couldn't be a Totti-like player, because if you get traded, cough, Luka, it's just, you can't do anything about it, right? But at the same time, and yes, you just put a player in there.
Yeah, I was going to say Steph Curry too, right there.
That's probably the only player in the league that has it. But the thing is, though, the reason I say there's nothing like it is because players have more control in footy. Whereas, like, they locked into these contracts, and you can't just pick up and one day just choose to trade someone away. If the Warriors really wanted to, they could wake up the next day and trade away Steph if they wanted to.
That's what the Mavs did.
That's what that's what it really comes down to. Steph is like that, but I would never say he's like Totti because of the fact that, like, I mean, he is, but it's the fact of him being able to get sold. I feel like for Totti, like, when it comes to soccer, your contract runs out and then you have a decision. You have a decision to make. Unless the club lets you go and they sell you for a certain amount of pounds, right? But you have a decision to make, and if you choose to come back every single year, even when you could, the difference between Curry had no reason to leave. Curry has never had a reason to leave the Warriors. The Warriors have been a good team through and through. He's made that team a good team through and through. He's made a dynasty of that team through and through. There's no reason anywhere else Curry could go. It wouldn't necessarily benefit his career as much as he needs to. He's fine where he is. Totti stayed at Roma when he should have left and could have left. And he stayed there because he wanted to be a Roma legend. That's different. There's nothing quite like that, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's only a handful of them in NBA. And then when you look at soccer, it's just, like Eric said, I think he hit it perfectly. Trades, you have GMs and owners making decisions on your future. I mean, even though that isn't soccer, but there's certain windows. You can only do it in January or in the summer. Like, there's only certain times that you can really do it, and it can go through and you on the other team. And it's more power to the players in soccer. They have a choice whether they want to leave or not, I feel like. But in terms of the NBA, no, there's not really loyalty like it used to be. I feel like if you would have asked this question and related it back in the day basketball, I feel like it's a little bit of a different story. But when you see LeBron James going to 15 different teams in the NBA, I feel like that kind of conversation kind of dies down.
You know what it is? You know what it is also, though? You can't blame people for doing that, though. Because you look at the teams that Bron was with, it's like, yo, if he didn't leave, it was only going to get worse. And, like, they was not doing anything for him in that organization.
That's how you become a GOAT. You change your franchise around.
Look at Damian Lillard.
Look at Steph Curry.
Steph Curry had Klay Thompson and Draymond Green.
Not when he first got drafted.
Dude, they drafted well around him, though. Like, they drafted well. It comes down to your organization. Like, you can't control that. If your team has refused to build around you, what are you supposed to do? Soccer is also different. You don't necessarily build around players all the time. You don't necessarily build around players like it's different. It's so different. So, but yeah.
But to give a quick little update on the Cavaliers and Miami Heat game, thank God it's over. My eyes are freaking. They need help. But the Cleveland Cavaliers won 138-83. They won by 55 points.
5 points.
You know what's funny? I still don't think that's the second largest deficit in this playoff so far. Am I wrong?
Dude, well, what was the first game against Grizzlies in?
Oh no, sorry. This is the Grizzlies and Thunder was 51 points. So the Mavs, the Cavs have the highest point discrepancy. So shout out to the Cavs. Hey, Eric, if I ever would have asked you this, there were two teams. If I told you this stat before the playoffs, there were two games in the NBA playoffs that teams lost by 50 points. What would you say?
It would have been these two games.
No, what would you say if I told you before?
Just in general?
Before in general, I'm like, there's gonna be two teams that lose by 50 plus points.
I would sit there and I'd be like, yo, honestly, my first reaction would be like, it had to come from both games would have had to came from this series. Because I would have never believed. I would have been shocked regardless, but I would have never believed the Grizzlies would have got pants like that. Never. But dude.
Yeah.
This is ugly, bro.
But let's get into these comments. See some people cooking, so let's see. But Matt, that was a good question. Jay said, what was the betting line on that Cavs and Heat games to start? Let me see.
I didn't get any bets to the D&E Takeover bet, bro. What happened? What happened with that?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, the Venmo?
No one sent me to the Venmo.
Yeah, what's that, guys? No Venmos? Hold up. Let's see. The line was 8.5. Cleveland. Minus 8.5.
Oh, man. Imagine you took the under. Madness.
The under and over in this game was 211.5. The Cleveland Cavaliers scored 138. I think they just hit it because the Miami Heat scored 83 and they got over.
Man.
So
that's so bad. So bad.
Taft's in the bill. What's going on, Taft? Appreciate you popping in. I said, Dini,
What's good?
On, hope you're having a great day, my guy. Your Philadelphia Eagles, allegedly your Philadelphia Eagles, because now apparently you're an Eagles fan, which I don't really agree with, but it's okay. It's not my choice. They had a decent draft. I'm gonna give them flowers, but what about my New York teams, Jets and Giants?
Oh my God,
killing. I had to say it because you know football. What are we up to? Bear said the whole Bucks athletic training staff deserves all the blame. You didn't have the best in mind for their athletes, for sure. And listen, you get rid of them.
Blame him.
And put David and Eric in the athletic department, and that's it. We're healing them.
Well, I mean, I'm David's assistant at that point because I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm grabbing David's supplies and David's doing all the work. That's how it's gonna work. But what's it called? And not only the athletic staff, but also coaching. You know his situation. Yeah. You know his situation. Don't tell me you don't. And if you don't, oh man, bro. But guess what? It's all about to come crumbling down because they're gonna be left with Doc Rivers and nothing else to show for.
For sure.
That team is about to be booty cakes, bro.
They really are. What are we up to? Jay said, now do you think Dame was pressured internally by the organization / teammates, or was it his choice to come back? I rightfully think it was his choice. I think it was his choice to come back because athletes always want to play, even if they're injured.
I think it's both.
I do think it's also both too.
Because they realistically, the organization has the final say, and you cannot force, even if you suit up. I control whether you go into the game or not. So
let me put this in perspective. The athletic training department, the doctors and people, PTs on that board, Jimmy Butler had a tailbone contusion or pelvis contusion. He bruised his pelvis or his tailbone. The doctors said, don't go out and play game 3. So you're talking about a bruise on your tailbone or your pelvis compared to a deep vein thrombosis. One played,
blood clot.
One played, and the other one sat out one game. Don't know, guys. And guess what? The Warriors were up 2-1 at the time. Or I'm sorry, they were tied 1-1.
They were tied 1-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crucial game.
And they won the game.
They won the game.
The Rockets suck. The Rockets, I tell you right now, I know Curry's going crazy. The Rockets suck, though. They need to figure that out fast. Freaking fast. Tonight is a must win. Jimmy's not playing. Y'all have to win. I don't care where you're home or away. It does not matter. You have to win this game.
Since they took one away, too, you got to get one to make it a series even.
And it's set up perfectly for you. You have to take one. You should take one. There's no
Jimmy
excuse.
Is playing tonight, though.
He's back?
Yeah, he's playing.
Oh, GG's.
So he's returning. Bear said royalty. Loyalty is dead in the NBA. There's no Dirk. There's no Kobe. It's all a shame. It's all a shame. Well, there's Curry.
You got Curry. Yeah, that's actually the only. You got Curry. You got Giannis.
You almost had Luka, but
Luka would have been one of them. You got Jokic, but Jokic is a little different though, because Jokic was a low pick. It's a little different.
You see that they got Jokic? You see Jokic making substitutions on the court.
Jokic is literally the coach.
Like Jokic freaking head coach.
If Jokic gets past his first round, I don't care what anyone else says. Jokic is the best center of all time. I don't care, bro. He's literally coaching at the same time. He's doing triple doubles and coaching at the same time. I want to hear it.
That buzzer beater by by Aaron Gordon was crazy.
Nuts, definitely nuts. But I can't think of who else is like people that have been on the team their whole. I feel like Ant would be one of those guys.
Mate, you would hope, right? You would say any superstar, but
I don't think LaMelo will be one of those guys. Trey Young is one of those guys, but that's not gonna last.
That's ending this year.
Yeah, but I mean, I would leave too, bro. Actually, I mean, you could take a risk. I mean, Jalen Johnson's showing promise, but yeah, I'd be out.
Yeah. Taft said. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Jay said, there's definitely loyalty to the almighty dollar. You think these organizations care about the player? Hell no. It's a what have you done for me lately situation.
Indeed. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Recency.
He's not wrong.
Taft said, If y'all have already mentioned, I said if y'all have already mentioned this, my bad. But who's y'all's finals matchup right now as everything currently stands? Listen, Tap, drop down below your matchup.
How many? Can I only say one? Can I only say one, or can I say like multiple?
Oh, say your best one.
I don't know. You go first then. Hold on. My most realistic one too.
I mean, you can probably get a second one because I'm trying to think. I have one really good one, and I have one that I think could potentially be there too.
Timberwolves Celtics.
Okay.
Timberwolves Celtics. That's my matchup. If not, it's either gonna. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you this, guys. For me, I don't know, but actually, I don't know. No, I'm gonna go either Celtics or Knicks out of the East. That's how I'm feeling. I'm not feeling that. I don't know. I don't know why I'm not picking the Cavs, but I'm not really picking the Cavs. I feel like the Knicks, if the Knicks get past the Celtics, they're gonna get past. They're gonna go all the way, right? If not on the West, I'm going Thunder or Timberwolves. That's how I'm feeling.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. These are freaking competitions there this year.
The competition is too much. It's too close to call. I didn't even mention the Warriors. That's crazy to me. I didn't even mention the Cavs. The Cavs just paid somebody by 55 points. I didn't even say them. That's
I really think it's gonna be Celtics Thunder. Celtics Thunder. I think Celtics win the Eastern Conference. I do think so.
I do. I think Celtics are going back too.
Celtics Thunder or Celtics Timberwolves. I like that. I think Timberwolves are the. I said it before the season, before the playoffs started. I think the Celtics are the best team to beat the OKC Thunder. Not Celtics. The Timberwolves are the best team to beat the OKC Thunder. And I think if you beat the best team, then you deserve to go to the finals. So, yeah, I hope the Knicks make it, but realistically, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. But, Matt said, but don't said. So MJ the GOAT.
This guy, bro.
He said, Bear said, now with the new salary cap, teams in the league, if a team goes past the second certain, you can't sustain long-term success.
Yeah, the salary cap puts a lot of teams in a bind. It puts a lot of teams in a bind. It actually, you gotta manage your money really well because it's gonna be hard to like really obtain really good players.
Financial advisors.
A lot of money. Financial. No, but like honestly, it might also bring more like I guess you could say better, like more realistic contracts back rather than all these absurd contracts. Because it's gonna be so hard to. Oh my God, it is so Jimmy falling again. Jeez, that's such a hard fall. I thought he broke his tailbone.
Eric, I think you low-key have ADHD.
Low-key?
Low-key.
This is why I don't keep my.
You're a mid-sentence. You were mid-sentence, and also you said Jimmy fell, and I'm like, wait, what the hell is going on?
This is why I don't keep my TV on during the podcast.
Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off.
Yeah, bro.
Bear said in 2 years, the Thunder is gonna have to pick between Chet and Williams. Yeah, unless they both sign friendly deals. But I just don't know how that happens because they love chasing the bag. Jay said, "Bro, my college handled my gallbladder surgery better than they did Dame's blood clots. Legit, couldn't even touch a bat, a ball, a glove for 5 weeks. I had a student coach follow me all day, shaking my head. That's crazy. And Dame returned in a month.
Crazy, bro.
Listen, that's what's wrong with this friggin' thing. It's wrong with the friggin' trainings." Taff said, I want it to be Knicks Lakers, but I think it's going to be Celtics Thunder. Fair enough. He said, let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks, baby. Let's go, Taff. Let's go. Let's go. He said, I feel like the Knicks have got something up their sleeve come round 2. No, they don't. Not against the Celtics.
Spoken like a true Knicks fan, honestly.
I was like,
they got something up their sleeve? Rats. A gentleman sweep?
I thought it was rats. They're bringing them from Boston, from the city.
Shut up, yo, man. Oh man, you're so stupid.
I went to Petco the other day. I think it was like the first time I ever stepped in Petco in my life. Dude, I get so skeeved out, bro. There was a rat, and in front of it, in the freaking tank, whatever it's called. What are they called? Tanks
or the freaking cage?
Cage, whatever it's called. Dude, freaking the size of this. I was like, freaking, it's grossing me out, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna get that for you, bro.
Dude, I swear to God,
as a pet.
I'm low key gonna step on it.
He is insane.
I'm gonna step on it. It freaking freaks me out, dude.
Oh man.
As you can tell, I'm not really scared of them. But Taz said Jalen Brunson, the best playoff performer in the league. Tatum has no aura. Listen, Jalen Brunson right now, and Eric, I don't know if you agree with me. I'm gonna give a round of applause for that statement. Jason Tatum right now, not Jason Tatum. Jalen Brunson right now is the best fourth quarter player in the playoffs right now, hands down.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's the clutch player of the year. I would hope so.
And the playoffs right now,
he's the clutch player of the year. Like he should be.
Brunson is one of the best players in the NBA right now.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Facts.
Yeah, say it louder, bro.
Jalen Brunson is the best player in the NBA right now.
Oh man. Well, you said best player.
Yeah, I changed it up on you.
Whoa.
Jalen Brunson is the best player in the NBA right now.
Whoa. Jalen Brunson is not the best player in the league. Let's not do that.
Who's the best player in the league right now? In the playoffs.
In the playoffs?
Yeah, who's the best player in the playoffs?
Right now? Nah, performance-wise, it might be Brunson. It might be Brunson right now. In the league, though,
I want to see. They have stats on this. I want to see what the numbers are.
Because you know what it is, though. He's, bro. The system that he's in, he has to be the best player. Like he just has to be. It's either sink or swim. I will argue this. Well, no, he's not the best point guard in the league. Jalen Brunson might be number 2 though right now. He might be over Luka right now. I don't know. Jalen Brunson is playing crazy offense. Yo, his come up is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
His come up is so nuts. Where did he even come from, bro?
I don't know, but you want to see Jalen Brunson's stats in the postseason?
Yo, by the way, before you keep going, we're gonna get to these comments eventually. But Nick and John, you guys are freaks. You guys are such freaks. I just want to say, I've been
Bear too.
Nico, I miss you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Jonathan, you're a freak, bro.
Bear too. Is your bear?
Y'all all are freaks, bro. Y'all are such freaks. Oh my gosh, bro.
I second these messages. Wait, hold up.
Yo, these guys, bro. Oh,
Eric, if I gotta say, ready? I need you to name 5 players that are in the top 5 in the offensive scoring in points per game in the playoffs right now. Can you name those 5 players? You get 7 guesses.
Of course. Ball knowledge. 7 guesses, 5 players, yeah?
5 players.
I'm not looking at anything. Okay.
No hints, no nothing.
No hints, no. Okay. Jalen Brunson, get that out the way.
Good.
Okay. It's gonna be. I'm gonna go. Ooh, Ant had a big game last night. I'm looking. I gotta go all the way series by series. I don't think it's anyone out of Cleveland series. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I go Pacers. I'm gonna leave. Giannis.
You got another one. That's 2.
Yeah, Giannis is in there. Okay, Giannis. And is this offensive or just scoring? Like, is this the whole
points per game? Averaging offensive points per game. Points per game.
Okay, that changes. Okay.
You got the highest scoring. And that's not an L for me. It's 2. I'll change it.
Tatum sat out of the game, but it would be Tatum. I'm not gonna say that. Okay. Hold on. I don't know. I want to say Shea, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm kind of scared. Nuggets. I haven't been tapped into the stat lines of those games. I'm just watching the games as a whole because it's like a chess match. Curry's also up there too. Okay. So we have the likes of chat. I gotta break this down, chat, because I gotta show you all my ball knowledge.
2 for 2.
We have the likes of. I'm not saying any answers yet. Tatum, Cat, Shea, Curry, Yoke, Kawhi. What series am I missing right now? I'm missing the West on the West. And Ant and Luka. Okay, I'm gonna go Curry. Okay.
You got one more. You got freaking one more X before you lose the thing.
Wait, I got 3. Oh no, it's 7 guesses.
7 guesses.
Farts. So if I mess, okay. So I still have 3 more chances though. 2 more chances.
You're 2 for 3.
Okay, give me crap. Give me Ant.
Ant.
Oh, crap! Oh my
2
gosh.
for 4, dude. 2
Ah!
for 4. Friggin', come on. You got
it. Okay.
2 for
Okay.
4.
I have to lock in.
it. You need to get all 3 of these.
Give me Tatum.
Ding. Yes.
Okay. Whew.
3 for 5. 3 for 5. 3 for 5.
I haven't been tapped in because they've been bodying them. I haven't been tapped into how much Shea's been putting up. Crap. Give me Shea.
No.
Crap! Oh my gosh!
Eric,
No,
I'm sorry.
man.
You
I
didn't
had
get
2
it
more.
correct.
Okay, can I just for GP? Can I just say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was one of them cat? Was one of them cat? No way.
Nope.
No, it was Jokic and Kawhi.
No.
None of them.
None of those.
Oh, so who am I
You're missing one
right now?
major dude, and he's my favorite player in the NBA.
Oh my god, I forgot about Luka.
Yeah. Luka's in
Oh
there.
my god, I forgot about Luka.
You still got 2 more.
Two
got 2
more. I
more.
only have 1 more.
2 more.
Luka, and then it would be, and it's not Jokic or Kawhi.
You got Brunson, Luka, and Tatum.
Bro, what is it? Is it in the freaking
Brunson second. Tatum's 5th, and Luka Doncic is 4th. So you're missing 3 and 1.
Donovan Mitchell? I'm just throwing names out there now. What am I?
Eric. All right, let me give you a hint.
Yeah,
They're
what am
both
I?
in the East.
No way it's on the Pacers, bro. I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's not the
I'm
Pacers.
gonna lose.
It's not the Pacers.
Cade?
Nope.
Huh? What are we talking about right now?
You're
Am I
missing one major guy.
blanking?
This guy didn't have one of the best superstars on his team, and he had to go off by himself, even though they've been losing.
I said Giannis.
When?
I said Giannis.
Chad, did he say Giannis?
I said that was my first guess. Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis is up there.
I said Giannis. I'm missing the 5th.
You're missing the 3rd.
The 3rd. What series?
Boston Magic.
They giving it to Jalen Brunson? Not Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brown? Is it on the Paulo?
It's on the Magic. It's on the Magic. Paulo Banchero with the 3rd.
Bro.
The best one, Eric. Let's go.
That's how I feel about that. That's garbage, bro. That's garbage. Paulo? That's garbage.
You want to do assists too?
I could get assists. Now let me redeem myself. Now we're already over 2 hours. Let me redeem myself.
7 guesses. We're top 5 in the assists. I got it.
Crap. Why did I do this? Tyrese Halliburton.
Ding, number 1.
Number 1. Cool. Ooh. High assist numbers. Jokic.
Ding, number 2.
Good.
You got 1 and 2 right there. You're going down the list.
I'm gonna go on a limb. Oh, nah, Cade.
Ding, number 3. 3 for 3.
Yeah.
See,
Hey,
there we go.
That's what it is. I'm a team player. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. I'm a team player. Which way are we going now? Which way are we going? We're going in the direction of Darius Garland.
3 for 4.
It's because they bodied him so bad, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. These next 2 I feel like are gonna be are they I feel like they're hard. They're not known assist players. They're not known playmakers.
Eric, Nick is saying that you're looking down at your phone that you're cheating. Oh, Eric, yeah, proof.
I'm gonna hold it here for y'all. While I'm saying it.
He's
I'm
cheating.
gonna hold it here right now.
He's cheating.
I'm gonna hold it here for y'all right now. I'm gonna hold it here for y'all. Just so I don't have to hear none of this nonsense anymore. Okay, now I have to get one right because now they're gonna think that I'm cheating the entire time, even though I lost the last round. What the heck is that about?
On the other side.
Oh my god, it's good. No, she's not. John,
yo,
John, bro, stop
Eric,
this.
you're 3 for 4, bro. You need 3 more. You got 3 more guesses.
Give me. Okay, let me look at the screen right now. Let's see if I can cheat. Now I'm letting you guys know I'm cheating. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god, it's so obvious though. This is hurting my arm. Oh, all right, I'm going to limb. Harden.
Ding.
There we go.
4 for 5.
Thank you. Oh, I'm not cheating, by the way.
This guy's 5th. 2 more guesses.
No, I'm gonna leave that series alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because there's no way. I mean, it might be Draymond or Jimmy, but I'm not gonna touch them right now. And then on the other side, Luka. Ooh, that's tough. Okay.
4 for 6. One more guess, Eric.
I'm not thinking it's no one there. It could be someone in the Celtics, but I just wouldn't know enough to be honest with you. And then I wouldn't think it's Brunson, just because of the fact that like he's scoring so much. Ugh, I hate this. This one's icky. This last one's icky, bro.
4 for 6, Eric. Come on, one more.
This last one's super icky, bro. Super icky. Yo, Nico, shut up. This dude said, "Look at this Christian man lie." Shut up, Nico. Let me do. I'm just gonna throw a limit out there then. This one's icky. Bro, I'm gonna say like, this sucks. This
Final
one
answer?
freaking sucks, bro.
Final answer.
I'm gonna throw Draymond Green out there. I know that's not right. Is it?
It's
you
not right.
suck. You suck,
David.
David. Nah, you stink, David. You stink for that.
For the last one. For the last one.
What team? Give me the team.
I'm very upset. You had it on your tongue, but you said it didn't seem like because he's scoring so much.
It was Brunson.
It was Brunson. He's averaging 8.8 assists in the same.
What is this?
Yeah, 8.8 assists.
Oh man, bro's averaging that. He's top 5 in both. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man, bro. Hey man, I came close. Chat. I came close.
So good. The assist one, you were almost there. But hold on, let's get into these comments and then we'll move on into soccer. Where are we up? Damn. Tab said Jalen Brunson, the best playoff performer in the league. Tatum used to have that one. Bear said, yeah, 4-0 sweep from Boston. LOL. Yeah, he's just Bear.
Bear hates. Bear's just in too much pain, man. Bear's in too much pain.
Robbed in Queens.
What's up, 50? John?
Knicks at 5.
Oh my god.
John's a bill. What's going on, John? Appreciate you popping out. Thank you, sir.
What's good, John? What's good?
So I can't believe you saw KD, David. What was this?
Huh? Yo. Did you say something that he's like trying to make a joke right now?
Maybe, but I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
Okay. Taz said Brunson's gonna be on Iverson mode that year. He carried the Sixers to the finals against the Lakers. Watch, gotta keep the faith. Yo, I love the positive energy right there.
Nah, Brunson really trying to make a case that he's the best point guard in the league. He's trying to say that.
For sure.
That's what he's trying to do right now.
For sure.
He's like that though. He really is.
He is. He's something special.
It's crazy because he's not tall. He's not the fastest. Like,
he's the smartest, and he gets to know how to make his own shot.
He just plays basketball. Dude's just a normal, regular dude just playing basketball, bro. Nuts.
Yeah, for sure. It's freaking awesome to watch. I love it when freaking not the athletic guys or the other like non-athletic guys. Yeah, Brunson's athletic, but I like an underdog story because Jalen Brunson was nowhere near what people expected him to be, and I love it. Jay said, yeah, it needs to be a magic trick because that special ed class they call a bench, isn't it? Tibbs like, okay, boys, here's your juice box and stacks. Go watch the big boys play.
Yo, bro, insane.
For sure.
Insane.
Talk about not playing your bench. Talk about JJ Redick. He played everyone in his whole starting lineup. He made no subs in the second half of that game in the Timberwolves game.
That was actually such a poor decision.
Yeah.
It's such a poor decision, and they still lost. So what was the point? Now they're all fatigued.
For sure. Nick's in the building. What's going on, Nick? Appreciate you popping out.
Nico,
said, Eric, you're a cutie, dude.
All right, we're not reliving this.
Jalen's the GOAT. They said, I'm not going over that. Jay said, well, when daddy's gonna disown you, if you not the best, he's gonna be the best. And Jalen don't want to lose the love of his father. Yeah, facts. When your father's an assistant coach, you gotta be playing friggin' balls to the wall, or you're gonna be sitting out. That's so true.
Oh man.
Do you think he still hears it from his dad in the car rides home?
Of course, it's probably the worst, honestly. Now, if anything, it's probably the worst, bro.
So one thing I would ask Jalen Brunson, like Jalen Brunson, after you have a bad game, does your father still like scold you like you were when you were like a kid?
Probably his hardest critic for real.
Low
How
key.
do you if they ever win a chip, that'd be the best celebration ever though. What a block by Steven Adams.
Yeah. But Eric, Nick said Brunson a dog. He said, "Yep, soccer. My."
Yeah, be careful, David. Be careful, David. You almost got caught there. Yeah,
There's nothing wrong.
I was ready to scream over that for you.
Nothing wrong.
No. I was ready to scream.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, David. I was going to literally scream.
His spidey senses are tingling.
Exactly. There you go. Yo.
Yeah.
I was like, no. I was like, he's about to cancel him.
Dan said, "Can you do?"
Whoa.
Sure. He said, "Man United not getting past." Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, you know what?
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Champions League first, though. We talk about the big boys. All right. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Lock in, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal versus PSG. I don't know if I'm able to watch this game because my boss is coming into the office and I'm kind of nervous. So
tell her to put it on our own TV.
Watch it. What's it called? All right, hold on. I already don't like what I'm seeing in the chat.
What the hell?
I already don't like. Yo, give me. Oh, like that's how I feel right now. That right there, Nico. You and me are gonna have it right here because I got a lot of stuff to say about Inter Milan.
But that ain't it, brother. That ain't it.
Arsenal versus PSG, yeah, in the Emirates, game 1. To be so fair, let's look at the slate on this one really quick. Last 5 games for Arsenal, they're 3-2-0, haven't lost a game. Last 5 games for PSG, they're 2-2-1 or 2-1-2 technically. So 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Arsenal haven't lost a match in 12 matches. PSG haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches. Based on this right here, I just want to say these last couple of stats before I let David take it. The 2 losses that PSG have was the Aston Villa loss, and they recently, their last game, they just lost to Nice, and they lost their invincible run within the league, even though they still have the league title. So, David, and in that game, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they had their real lineup out. Yeah, they had their starting lineup play for the most part. All these Doué, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia up top, Marquinhos, Pacho in the back, Donnarumma in that. Like, they had everyone there, bro.
Yeah, it shows in the stat sheet. They had 32 shots on goal. 32 shots total. They just couldn't score.
But all I want to say, they're walking into Emirates Stadium. David, what are we saying on this game, man?
You know, it's so funny because I said on the podcast when Arsenal beat Real Madrid, I was like, it's just, I have a feel. I don't know why. I have a feeling that Arsenal's going to be Arsenal. I think it's going to get to a point where everyone has their hopes up. They're going to be like, Arsenal looks so good. There's so much hype. Arsenal's a new team to beat, right? And then all of a sudden, they're going to lose to a team like PSG. I'm not saying PSG's garbage, but I'm saying you beat Real Madrid, you get so much hype on you, and all of a sudden, just you're going to do Arsenal fashion. You're going to lose to PSG. In this game specifically, though, I think it might be a tie. If anything, Arsenal might get the W because they're home. But overall series, I think, is a different story.
I have to say, man, this is gonna be a tactical masterclass. Like, it's gonna be Luis Enrique versus Mikel Arteta, Saka versus Nuno Mendes, Martinelli versus
say it again. Who?
Nuno Mendes.
Say it one more time.
Nuno Mendes, bro.
Nuno Mendes. Listen, the best left back in the friggin' in all football right now. The best left back in all of football right now. Nuno Mendes. Remember the name.
And Martinelli versus Hakimi and Mikel Merino up top, and then the midfield battle is going to be insane. Dek, Odegaard, Partey. I don't think Partey's playing this game actually though, because
he's not. He's not projected.
So it's probably going to be Jorginho, and then you have João Neves, Vitinha, and
whoever. Is Jorginho even back?
He shouldn't have been. What do you mean? What do they have projected right now? Marino and
early May.
Up top?
Early May, they have projected to come back.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. This is going to be a very fun game to watch. You're going to have Most likely Due versus, even though that front three can interchange between what sides they're on, but Due versus Skelly, 19-year-old versus 18-year-old, Timber versus Kvaratskhelia, who I think Timber is probably gonna get the better of Kvaratskhelia. That's gonna be a good matchup. But Dembele versus Saliba. Saliba can clamp, but they're versing a informed Dembele. I will say Kiwior has been playing well. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. And Raya, I don't know if Raya's faced that many shots so far as this Champions League campaign alone. This is gonna be the Arsenal's real first test. And if they can get past PSG, I mean they have a harder team waiting for them in the final, most likely. But either way, at home, I got it like 2-1 Arsenal, but I do have it set up to where it might be a situation where PSG do beat them at Parc des Princes, but we're not talking about that right now. But I go 2-1 Arsenal.
I somewhat agree with you. I think it's gonna be tie or 2-1 Arsenal. I like that.
We got a lot of comments. We gotta get through these comments, man.
I just want to say one quick about PSG. What is it? Freaking Portugal FC, Vitinha, João Neves, and then you got freaking Nuno Mendes on the left side. Freaking 3 Portuguese players. Jesus Christ! It's like Wolverhampton Wanderers all over
Upgraded Wolverhampton Wanderers
for sure. Overall, let's get into it. Dan said another Rice masterclass. I mean, he's been doing it all season. Not surprised.
You would think, but I'm not sure. It's gonna be a good game for him. He honestly, it's a game where he could show his dominance as how good of a. Oh my God, Curry just broke his ankles. Jesus.
You know who also can show dominance?
Who? Don't say it. Don't say it.
What? I didn't even say anything yet.
Yeah, but I feel.
Who? Say it.
I didn't think you said. I thought you were saying Nuno Mendes.
Vitinha. Vitinha has been so good this season. Vitinha has been so good this season. Top midfielder.
I think Declan is better.
No, I think so too. But Vitinha has been playing very well too. It's gonna be a good midfield matchup. I don't really like João Neves playing.
What the heck?
I don't know. Realistically, I think he's still young, but we'll see what happens.
The odds are saying that it's the lower. The plus is like the lower, right? I'm not.
The plus is the underdog.
So the higher the plus is, the higher the underdog, right? Yeah. So Arsenal is the favorite, which
they should be because they're home.
No, but like just in general, I think Arsenal are the favorite over the tie.
Favorite to win everything?
Yeah, I think they're favorite. I think they are favorite, in my opinion. Because when you look at it, like midfield wise, they are better than them. Like,
wait, what are you checking on? Is this actual like thing you're checking on or no?
No. I am checking based off the first game. If I go to the second game, I don't know if they're gonna have it up for the second game just yet. But second game, PSG is the favorite by a lot more. So technically, PSG is the favorite over the tie. Technically, I picked Arsenal by accident, but
to win it all,
I would say Arsenal was favored. I would say Arsenal was favored over PSG, in my opinion. I think Arsenal are better than them. And PSG,
I don't really know how they're really grading it, but
and PSG right now, are they? Do they still have a chance? Oh, they still do have a chance of winning the treble. They still have a chance of winning the treble. Okay. So PSG are playing for a lot, though, but Arsenal need this. This is the only championship that Arsenal can get this year. So
Arsenal is, in fact, the favorites, but it's still plus money. So either way, if you bet on one or the other, you're getting good value for your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be a good game. Guess what I'm gonna do tomorrow?
What?
I'm gonna watch it on my phone while the teacher's talking, and I'll be like, you know what? I did my projects. You don't gotta worry about me no more. I'm graduated.
I wish I could do the same, man. My boss is gonna be lurking around. I can't get caught.
You know what you should do?
What?
Put it on her back. Tape it. So whenever she walks by, you see, oh,
you stupid. Oh my gosh. But you got Arsenal? Arsenal?
I think it might be a tie. I'm gonna be real with you.
Word. Oh my god, David, we're 2 hours and 30 minutes in, bro. This is crazy,
dude. Having a good time.
We gotta get through it, bro.
Hit that like button down below. We're 2 hours and 30 minutes into this episode. Appreciate y'all right now. Let's get in. Nick said PSG to my sack.
What?
Oh my effing god.
And you know why I say that? Because his beautiful Argentinian goalkeeper, Emi Martinez, got baptized last round. That's why I say that. That's why I say that. Yup, I'm coming for your throat now. You want to talk about Inter beating Barca? Yeah, Emi stinks. Emi stinks this year. 3-0 against Palace. He stinks.
Emi stinks. No, Nick said that's some FIFA shite. 32 shots total. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. He said bugging. No, he's not. Nuno Mendes is not the best left back in the world.
Oh my gosh! You know who's the best left back in the world?
Who?
Alejandro Brother. Shake, buddy.
Oh god. Next one. Dan said the Parc des Princes is gonna be way harder. I believe so too. Said so Arsenal better do something. Said David forgot it. Don't forget it, Gonzalo Ramos. Yeah.
Gosh, Gonzalo.
It's kind of like I want to forget about him. Not gonna lie.
I can never forget when I sent David that video, man. That was top 10 moment.
I showed my parents it.
Gonzalo Ramos is a freak, bro.
You know, it's funny. We were like feeling good too because Gonzalo Ramos scored like a hat trick. They beat Switzerland, and we're like, you know what? Moving to the next round, like we're feeling good. This new kid's he's good. And also, you sent me that video. He's like, you gotta watch it. I'm like, I don't want to watch it. I'm like, I don't want to watch. I click it, and I watch it. I'm like, oh my gosh! And then I show my dad and my mom. I kid you not, they're like this. Like, what the hell?
That ruined everything for Gonzalo Ramos, bro. Two guys on beefy leaked on freaking lot. Oh, man.
Listen, how excited are you to freaking score 3 goals? Jesus.
He scored 3 goals and started waving his willy around everywhere. Oh, man.
That's so crazy, dude. I got the picture of freaking like a Portuguese grandma. His grandma was like, hi. She's like chilly, this Portuguese fashion. Hi, Milodos. Hi.
Oh man.
Nick said, I just need an Argentinian winning the UCL.
No.
I agree with Eric.
No. Simple as that.
Anthony Robinson. I'm gonna walk that way.
Yo.
Anthony Robinson.
Nico, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think we've ever had more negative ball knowledge on this show other than that, but we're right there. That has to be clicked. Anthony Robinson, man. Best left back. Yo, this guy's on. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Best left back in the world.
Yeah.
Man. Yo.
Eric, last one. Barca going up against Inter.
We gotta do Europa League too.
We'll
run through that though. We'll run through that. We're home, yes?
They got Barcelona. Yeah, they're home. Barcelona's favorite -165. Inter's +430.
I'm overly confident in this game, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Inter have lost in the let me go through the slate for you guys. Barca in the last 5 games, 4-1. Yes, we've lost 1 game, and that was to Dortmund, right? Inter, you want that? Yeah. Where's United?
We're freaking about to win the Europa League.
Where's Madrid? Where's Real Madrid?
Real Madrid, they're freaking crying. Where's Ronaldo? Ronaldo's about to get 1,000 goals.
Ronaldo, who gives a crap what Ronaldo's doing over there, big man?
You'll see in the World Cup.
You want to know something else? Inter in their last 5 games, 1-1-3. Yo, in their last games, yes, Inter has lost their chance to win. I believe it's not the Scudetto, because the Scudetto is the Serie A championship. I think the Coppa Italia. They lost the Coppa Italia, and they've also dropped points in the race for the Scudetto, which I believe is the league. Right? Inter are on bad form right now. Not only that, they said Inter have lost the last 3 matches, haven't scored in their last 3 matches, and haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 9 matches against the best attack in world football right now. Now, look, it doesn't end there, though. It doesn't end there. Inter are going to be missing Thuram and Pavard. That Pavard plays in the back and Thuram plays in the front. Dude, this team is depleted right now. They don't know what's going on right now. and they're leading on Lautaro Martinez to probably skate, like, get them out of this. No disrespect, their midfield's not gonna be able to hang with our midfield. Their defense is not gonna be prepared for our attack. No one's gonna be on that right side specifically where Pavard usually plays. Well, technically it's his left, but Lamin's on the right. Whoever's on that side is going to get torched that entire game by Lamine Yamal. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly, man. I'm going Barca 3-1. Barca 3-1.
Yeah, it's really sad because before we made these predictions, like, what?
Sorry, I read a comment.
Yeah, Ronaldo Camel Toe League.
Yeah,
But
that's absurd. That's so absurd.
Overall, you look at Inter. We said this like 2 weeks ago when after Barcelona, after like the fixtures were made, and we looked at Inter was in first place. They only had, I believe, 2 losses on the whole season. And the fact is they had more losses in the last 5 games than they had all year. That's very concerning for Inter. That's not the best form you want to go into. So I am concerned in that standpoint. You would have asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said it's going to be a very competitive match because I think Inter is a good team. Lautaro Martinez is having a great year. Their defense is also very well. But I would say it's a lot more closer. Now, Barcelona's home. Barcelona got the W tomorrow, 100%.
You know what it is also? The only hole I see in Barcelona right now for me, and I don't even deem it, it is a hole. I still love him as a player, though. He's not a bad player, but he's not to this standard that you need him to be. Gerard Martin at left back right now, he's been kind of poo-poo in big games. But he can handle he can handle the smaller teams, but he makes silly mistakes. But he when you put a player in this position, it's going to be hard to adapt. But I'm not mad overall. But if Inter is smart, if every team that versus us is smart, they're targeting Gerard Martin and down that wing all the time. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a big part.
But overall, I was gonna we gotta go Europa League, right?
Yeah. Wait, what's your score?
For tomorrow, I got Barcelona winning 2-1.
Also, Nico said DeMarco is the best left back in the world. No. Like respect. Very good player. But he's more of a left wing back. He's not really a left. I guess you could put him in there, but like the way Inter play, DeMarco's not the best left back in the world, bro. I'd take Miles Lewis Kelly before DeMarco. No, I'm being honest. I'm being dead honest right now. The way Miles Lewis Kelly is playing, why are the Rockets losing?
Why are the Rockets losing?
What's going on right now?
What do you mean why are they losing? Because they're worse than the Warriors.
Nah, but they're a 2 seed though. Like that does stand for something.
They're a falsified 2 seed. I already went over this with you last episode.
And I agreed, but still, bro, like this needs to go 6 max. Or no, minimum 6 games, bro. Respect yourselves. Get up, man.
What do you call it? We'll go into the worst game first in the Europa League. Whoa. You got Tottenham going up against Boda Glimt. Who do you got?
Bro, on everything? Draw.
In London.
Draw. Shout my boys, Bodum Glimt.
Yes, sir. I'm going
shout
with you.
Shout my boys, Bodum Glimt.
They're going to win, dude. They're going to win.
Tottenham got pants by Liverpool the other day, bro. We're not doing this.
They got pants by Liverpool. They got pants by Wolves.
Nah. Bodum Glimt.
Yeah.
Bodum Glimt.
Yeah. I'm going Bodum Glimt. I think it's tie in the first game. But Bodum Glimt is going to take it, bro.
They win it.
Win it in Norway. They win it in it.
They win it in Norway, innit? Come on. Bodum Glimt to the final, man.
And then you have Manchester United going up against Athletic Bilbao. Eric.
This one's actually tough. And it's an athletic club. They have to win this game. What do you have in this game as a United supporter in some sense?
As this game, I think United is fully focused on the Europa League.
They are, but like
they're solely focused on there.
Inaki Williams exists though.
Yeah. I think the first leg is going to be a tie like it was with the last leg.
Do you? I think
it's going to be a tie going to Spain. I think they come back to freaking Old Trafford and they score 25 goals and they go into like extra time. Game winner by Harry Maguire. I feel like that's what it's going to be.
Hey, yo, you're living off craziness right now.
Yeah, that was the most crazy environment I've ever seen Old Trafford in a long time.
Very true. Very true. I'm trying to look at these recent lineups for them. They're saving and not no, bro. No, the last 2 games they played, they haven't even started Inaki Williams, bro. Not Inaki Williams, Nico Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Madrid, did he even play against Madrid? Nico didn't even play against Madrid, bro. Nico didn't play against Madrid. Did he play against Las Palmas? Hold on. Bro, he didn't even play against Las Palmas either. No.
Was he injured?
No, he's not. That's the crazier part. The last game he played against was against Rangers. He's not injured. It doesn't say he's injured.
There could have been something underneath the table. Because how do you miss those many games?
No, he missed 2. I think they're just sitting him. It's the same, dude. You gotta remember, just because United are going for Europa League, all focus for them, doesn't mean Athletic Club are not having the same mentality. You go to league for them. Hold on,
They're 4th.
they are 4th.
They're 4th.
But are they gonna? Nah, what the heck? But if you're if Inaki's playing, I don't think they're guarding. I don't know. I don't know. This one's weird. I think a draw is the safest bet. I agree with you. I don't think United win. I'd say that much. I definitely don't think United win.
I think it's a tie. But Nye says, "Sub fellas, good on Nye. Appreciate it." You said just finished work and y'all still on. He said must be footy talk today.
Facts, yo. It's too. We gotta get off this for real. I got work in the morning.
I gotta wake up early. I got class. Okay, Eric, we're good. We're done. We're done.
There it is.
All right, guys. 3 hours done. All right, guys.
Oh,
appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning into today's episode. If you guys haven't done already, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Share the show to everyone that you know. We love you guys. Appreciate every single one of you guys. And thank you for listening to us for almost 3 hours. It's been fun talking about all these sports. But nice. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
Good night, boys.
And let's just close it out. But without further ado, guys, it's been your boy David.
It's been your boy Eric.
And we were out. I usually do a longer outro, but not tonight, guys. Get some sleep. We'll be back on Wednesday. So peace.
Peace.